And welcome to Webb Oval for what may well be the game of the year. I'm Tommy Javua and I'll be joined today by Adam Jeffries. Welcome, Joff.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tommy. Looking forward to this game. I know one thing for certain. We're going to have a better game than 7 days ago, Tommy. Can I say that?
You certainly can. We've got 45 seconds before this game starts, so it's going to be the quickest intro ever. We need to buddy bet. What's your buddy bet?
Great to see Michael Wunke on the park today. I'm taking the big fella for 2 or more goals. I think he'll kick 3.
3 or more. Yes,
Done.
I've got 2 and 1. Beautiful. Bet with mates, bet responsibly. Well, let's have a look at some graphics. Get the teams up if we can. I think they're about to roll up. Beautifully done as the players are taking their position for Glenunga. No changes from last week except for Michael Wunke coming in, 2-time Ken Farmer medalists. And looking at PAC, also a very strong looking lineup. We are going through quite quickly because the ball is about to be bounced or thrown up as it might be, and we are ready to rock. It's all on the line here. Adam Jeffries, if Glenunga win, they take top spot and a week off in the first week of the finals. PAC win, they go to top and could be caught in the final round. Your tip please, sir.
I'm going for Glenunga by 2 goals. 10 goal to 8 type of game, Tommy.
Yep, I can't really argue with you there. I'll take Glenunga as well in a pretty close game. And we're off with the action. Big Darcy Mitchell against Jordan Neal. No one has an effective tap. The Bear straight away. First clearance, Abe Davis. Watch that man today. He's been good leading. Oh, I can't say if he's leading the Roll the Dice Player of the Year anymore. It's a strong tackle. And what impressed me most, and you were in here calling, mate, last week, was the intensity and pressure of the Glenunga Footy Club.
Oh, they were amazing last week, and they'll be looking for more of the same. They had a bit of a lull period the week before, but they're up and about early. Already you can tell the intensity's up.
Yep, quick clearance there. Familiar names, Jolly and Bradley in there. Running off the line there, it looked like Wildman. Might have been Pritchard. They get the ball on the outside. They are super dangerous, this Reds team. Of course, grand finalist last year. Just see Abe Davis. He's in the clinches. He'll be in there all day. A tremendous addition to Glenunga this year. Probably the best recruit for the year of all clubs, I'd suggest.
Yeah, I would suggest that. Early matchup. Craig Pitt's playing forward this week. He's been spending a lot of time at half-back for Prince Alfred, the playing coach for the old Reds. Good
follow-up there. Good pressure by Fletcher Wiseman off the Alex Harron forward thrust. Wunke perhaps could have taken the mark. They flick it forward. Thomas Boyne, watch for the pressure here. He's a pressure. He's a little blowfly. He buzzes around. Buzz, and he hits the tackles. And we saw him last week as well. A couple of goals. One early. Very important player to this Glenunga structure. Ball up again. Looking for the third man up there, Nick Wunke. Kind of had a bit of an airy, slightly humorous. The ball will spill out, and they just get it forward here. It's going to be that type of day, isn't it? Early, running back with a ball going the wrong way towards his own goals is the Glenunga player. He's tackled immediately. We get our first cry of ball for the day. That was, of course, Sammy Abel. Great stat about Sam Abel. Looked like Sam. He played in all 7 grades, A and B grade for Glenunga. An amazing statistic. Ground level working forward. They've got on the end of it here, have they? They just can't quite be clean because of the pressure of Glenunga. Really well done. A good tackle there by Will Davies from the Tommy Javua Footy Factory. Joff?
Great setup there by Prince Alfred to really hit that stoppage hard. Glenunga didn't have the sweeper in play. They nearly got through for the game's first goal. Watching in front of us here, Tommy, Chris Curran is the key player, isn't he? Glenunga need to stop him intercepting the mark. And it looks like Nick Wunke's playing almost, where are you? I'm going to make you stop intercepting the ball. It'll be interesting to watch that matchup today.
Yep. 2 Wunkies out there today. Mick and Nick, the cockroach and Chine, as they're referred to locally here. And Jordan Neal just sitting behind the player as well. So it is structure. It's always really, really interesting to look at these 2 teams. Very well coached, very well organised. That's why they're 1 and 2 in the league. Ball bobbing around. Beautiful pick up there by Sammy Abel. Just gets it out. They just, danger. It's not far enough, is it? No. We did get a memo. We will only say good things about the umpire. Tremendous decision. Exactly 15 metres. Great call. Umpire strikes back. And, of course, Andrew Crosby be the senior official out there today, and he's very, very good.
I think this is Lockie Charlton with the ball. A little bit lucky there. Like I said, I think the Division 1 umpiring is excellent most week, Tommy. I think we shouldn't underestimate how good they are and how difficult a job is. But Prince Alfred have had the field position, haven't they? And that's why that little bit of luck goes their way. First shot on goal for the day.
Lockie Charlton will line up from about 45 metres out. Deliberate approach. Head over the ball. Strikes it nicely. Hey, celebrate. That's huge. Certainly better start than Port District had. It definitely was Lockie Charlton, was it?
Yes, I believe it was.
Normally Phil gives me the signal. That's 1. 1 for Lockie Charlton. First blood for PAC. Thoughts on the game in the early stages, please, Joff?
All about field position. Prince Alfred have been on the charge out of the stoppage and just locked it in and got 2 and 3 repeat stoppages. And when the ball's deep in your front half, those little fortuitous things just end up in goals. Little one that didn't quite carry 15, but the umpire was onto it. But a nice set shot for goal. Early goal's crucial while the ball is not too heavy. It's not raining at the moment, Tommy, but it could get a little bit heavy as the day goes on.
Fair chance it will. As the big men do battle, Neil and Mitchell. Not sure who won it down, but Bradley gets the clearance. Quick kick around the corner. Gets it down to the next line, the half-forward area. Good take there by the PAC player. That might have been Oscar Clark. Of course, the two Clark boys aren't related because, as Phil pointed out to me, it's spelt differently. How do you pick...
I didn't know that, Tommy. I thought they were brothers.
So did I, mate. Okay, the big bear, Abe Davis, quick clearance, and they're playing in front. They've got on the open side there, but really good defensive work to get back into the contest by PAC. Good tackle. Interesting one for me, mate. Harry Prosser, 6 goals, 4, best on ground display last week, as decided by us. Out up to a wing. Kick 6-4, go to a wing.
Yeah, he's a versatile player for his size, isn't he? Yep. For Grimer to be able to play him there shows what a good mover he is.
I reckon he might have handled that, but Cross was right there, and he's giving away the free kick there for holding the chutney, and he comes wide to Jolly. They'll get in this man's hand as much as they can. Aidan Jolly, former Glenelg, Gold Coast player, of course. We mentioned that a few times, no doubt. And he tends to hit the target.
Tends to hit the target probably better than anyone in the competition. Look for him to get more ball in the front half today, Tommy.
He was going at 84% statistically earlier in the year, was the leading. So right on to putting pay to your comment, mate. Absolutely correct. The most... efficient player in the comp. Spills to Bradley on the run. He gets loose. He has space. Oh, if he had his time again, he wouldn't do it all the same. I should have made more of that one.
Unlike Bradley, he's normally he straightened up. A lot of players would have just run around and snapped. He straightened up, just hit the inside of his foot. But Prince Alfred on top early, Tommy, getting all the play with field position at the moment.
They are that Glenelg footy factory. They've got a lot of Glenelg players. They're all really good. But there's Fletcher Wiseman, 21-year-old, young star. Here's Mike Wunke. Bit of jumper Guernsey holding on, going both ways. Umpire says play on. Well done. I like that. Oh, that's holding the ball. He took it at ground level from the spillage. Was tackled and he's gone.
That's probably a little bit hot, Tommy, but that's all right.
That's hotter than Kate Moss in the 90s, mate. That's
hotter than Elle McPherson in the 80s.
Yeah. All right. Big tackle there. They wrap up Jolly again. Glenunga still playing with that same sort of intent as last week. This is going to be a good one.
Their intent's fine. They just haven't been able to clear and lock the ball in their front half as yet, but still very early stages.
Yeah. Mitchell and Neil do battle. Mitchell with the palm down. The tip rat, first time I've called his name. Look at that beautiful frontal handball to the captain, Flexi Harron. He gets it to centre half forward. And he went with the one arm. It suggests the other one might have been impeded. But wild man, they love it. They love it in the wild man's hands. Campbell goes long down the line. That one might actually be right next to the boundary line. It is in front of a scattering of supporters. Not too bad a day, as in support-wise. There's supporters all the way around. And why wouldn't there be? It's 1v2 Adam Jeffries.
Early observations. Prince Alfred defenders very strong in the one-on-ones. Maybe pushing the line with the umpires a little bit, but very, very strong under those high balls. And Wildman, watch him on that wing. He's got the long blonde hair. Classic wingman, great runner, great disposer of the ball. Yeah,
beautiful footballer. And another one who's one of those probably 6 or 7 PAC footballers who find themselves in Team of the Year. They just, every time you watch him, they impress you.
Yeah. He's a great player. I think he had 40 disposals plus in a game not long ago as well, which is a big number.
46.
46.
The highest disposals for anyone this year.
That's an amazing number. For
all of that information and more, watch Div 1 Weekly Wrap on Adelaide Footy TV and Between the Posts. Of course, we're from the Between the Posts Stream Team van. Another clearance to good hand there. It was Davis that got the clearance. Wunke with a crucial little hand in, getting it up, moving it forward. Tommy Bilby, we loved his game last week, didn't we? Oh, that's a bit of a slinging type motion, but to play on. And PAC, good, well done. Nice and clean, but got it down the line. Made it someone else's problem, and we'll have a ball in. Of course, our buddy bet this week, you've got Mike Wunke for 3 or more. I've got him for 2 or less. And you're looking at the Sportal scoreboard. And we've got it's a stream team game, mate. We are the stream team. We've got 4 awards to give away.
Wow, we're going to have to put our thinking caps on, aren't we?
Well, we just make it up. Mitchell doing well in the ruck, and again, clearance to Glenunga. They get it going forward, but that, like you said, they're locked in, those PAC defenders. They're looking good. And I think we might get another stoppage over here. No, it comes out, spins out. Clever kick there. Falling off balance, though. made that look incredibly awkward, McMahon. And a couple of players about to make their way on the field are Cameron Pritchard and one of my favourites, Josh Perks, the percolator. He's getting ready. He's simmering. The pot is boiling for the percolator to come on.
Move I've liked from Glenunga, Tommy, is playing Bilby as a permanent forward. They've got a lot of aerial strength, but they need ground level representation. I think that's been a good move by Grimer late in the season to play Bilby as more of a permanent forward.
Yep. They do have a lot of rotations in the midfield, and just what we've got to stop is some of them. I mean, the standard midfield rotation today for you've got Neil, Jolly, Bradley, McNamara starting for PAC, whilst for Glenunga it's Harron, Davis, Mitchell, and I think the Tip Rat Schwartz. So it's going to be who can win that battle. Always goes a long way to winning the game. As it's not Nick Wunky. Spins around. Kicks to Mick. It's Nick to Mick. If it's a goal, it'll be fully sick, but it's not. It's rushed through quite well by Tommy Sumner. And early doors, it's Rams' first score for the day.
Glenunga just settling now, haven't they? They've had the last couple of inside 50s.
The birds are back. The birds are back. Oh, yeah, they're going to be a bit...
No worries, Bill Laurie.
There's 6 rainbow lorikeets in there. It was beautiful. Anyway, but let's get back to the footy. Quick kick there. It might have been Harron or Bilby. They go to the hot spot, but it's all PAC, a 3-on-1. Ball at ground level, those spills 2. Inside out, Checky on the left. That's an absolute beauty. Was that Tommy Boyan?
I'm not sure if it was. There was a PAC player who floated across the pack beautifully, but dropped the mark.
You know what? I'll ask you, mate. Yeah. Thank you, mate. Carry on. Keep going.
But, yeah, no, great effort for Glenunga there. They got the turnover. Prince Alfred went short on the kick-out. Turnover back in. PAC dropped the mark at the top of the square, and they've got better ground-level representation at the moment, Glenunga. Off to a good start, Tommy. It's going to be a great game today.
Yes. Tommy Boyan did give us the thumbs up. He did say it was him. A nice little left foot snap. We talked about how dangerous he is at ground level.
He's an underrated player, isn't he, Boyan? He's been a good player for Glenunga this year.
I coached him for one game last year, so I'll take some of the credit. But he's from the Sturt under 18, so young as well. Very young for him. Here's Huey DeSera with his first touch. Nice. Wunky 1-on-1. He loves this situation. He at least can control the ball. Jack Matchett running on at a rate of knots, but again, they are locked in. This is going to be a good game, Adam Jeffries. It's got a different feel to last week, doesn't it?
Glenunga forwards have no space at all, do they? Unlike last week. But great contest, and Jack Matchett, who's normally a key position player, great crumb on that occasion. Repeat stoppage for Glenunga.
Jolly just gets it forward, but they should win it. Schwartz is clever in this situation. Finds room in a phone box when there shouldn't have been any. I think that's Tully Canuck, goes for the kick around the corner. And that is an ugly one, and it'll be a last touch or out in the fall. Take your pick, and I think it might be Lockie Charlton might be working down there to take that kick in. I'm not sure. But
a lot of footy play between the arcs in the first few minutes, but Glenunga have had the last 4 inside 50s, Tommy. So just starting to get a little bit of field position and ascendancy in this game. Both teams so good defensively, it's hard to go from end to end.
Wunky in front, just spills the mark. Might have got a little nudge, but never mind. We play on. Nick Egar working hard back there, it looks like, is it? So he's already got a muddied up number. I think it is Nick Egar, and the ball is right out there. The beautiful playground there where my children have spent many a time. Might have been semi-passes even. No, it was Egar.
Haven't had many one-on-ones yet, but Sam Wunky versus Tyson Brazel is a very good matchup, Tommy. Both SANFL League football experience. Probably the best fullback and the full forward in the comp going at it today, I'd say. Yeah.
Was that Wunky Brazel, was it? Brazel.
Sam Wunky. Brazel. How do you say it? Brazel?
I'll say Brazel. Only because we say razzle dazzle Brazel, but I don't think it matters too much, right? So both of them were in the Tommy Javor, Adam Jeffries team of the half year.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, we did talk about how the fact that all commentators got to put in their votes, but ultimately it was Adam and I who chose it. Secret's out. I like fine chocolates and cheeses if you want to get yourself in. I did cop a bit of heat for telling people if you weren't in there, play better. I thought that was a good call.
That's the way it should be, Tommy.
Yeah. Ball spills PAC first, but they're just overrunning it there. I'm liking this game of football. Might have been the tip back with the left foot high up and under, getting it down the line. Look at that pack of 6. It is no easy ball. I wouldn't get a touch out there today. Smother off the boot of Tully Canuck. Follow up football. Oh, this is hot. Tight in the kitchen. No time for... Oh, don't argue, Nick Wunky. There is actually 3 Wunkies out there, of course. You've mentioned Sam. Don't know how I missed that. And Jackie Matchett goes back with the flight, but it's a nest of Reds. They cough up the handball. That was cough up, not cock up. And it's Fletcher Wiseman gets it down 1-on-1. But so far, it's been a really good, strong defensive effort on Michael Wunky. But 2-on-1, Bilby, he's a left footer. He's strapped on his right. Great follow-up tackle. And I'll tell you what, Tommy Sumner is doing a real good job early. I'll have to get up and Lincoln Bennett with his first touch. Oh, he kicks it down. It's a good mark as Paddy Singleton waits to come on the field. The ball will come right down in front of us now. And just bounces off the PAC's player hands. Well read by Sam Wonky. Bennett gets the hands free. Inside. Here we go. They're on here. Tommy Michaelani puts it to a hot spot, but no one was on his wavelength. And they should clear it here, PAC, through Wildman.
Prince Alfred out the fat side of the ground. Hayden Jolly with Bradley. Some great expertise there between those two players. Inside 50, just over Brazel's head. Should go out of bounds in the pocket. Unlike PAC to miss that target, Tommy, they're normally so elite with their efficiency going inside 50. Andrew Bradley missed shot on goal, missed target there. Capable of more. He's getting plenty of the pill, though.
His dad would be giving him plenty of feedback out there. He's always here watching every game. Great Dave Bradley, former Glenunga star.
Hit the target, Andrew.
Yes. Huey DeSera just kicks a real floater down, and Davis is down there. He gives it, don't argue, and that's probably... He's been paid a high fender. High fender to a man who wasn't his friend, Tommy Sumner.
He's been good so far, Sumner, hasn't he? Wearing it like a glove.
Yep. And I always try and find an award for a defender because a lot of people do look past them. Ugly kick by Wildman. Alex Harron, ground level. Is there a better player at ground level in this league? He's one of the better ones. That's what I'm getting at. Always just clean on the ground ball. Probably a highly underestimated fundamental. If you could be clean on a ground ball, we win so much ball.
That's football, really. It'd be boring if you trained it all week. Players would hate it, but that's really what matters, like that.
Bilby kicks forward. One-on-one. Davis holding each other there. Again, Sumner. Tommy Sumner's having a real impact. Last week when they got it down to these one-on-ones, it was all Glenunga. Today, it's all a battle. Real labour-intensive stuff, isn't it? And we're going to have a ball up 45 metres out from the Glenunga goal.
Glenunga are playing well, though, Tommy. 8 inside 50s to 4. PAC, bar the first couple, haven't really been able to penetrate deep at all. So Glenunga have had all the field position, winning all the stoppages at the moment.
They do keep it locked in there, though, but I'd go as far as to say PAC look more damaging when they do go forward.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that's their game, isn't it, Prince Alfred? They're just so good. Even if you look at the stats now, it's 1 goal, 1 each. Glenunga have had double the inside 50s. That's just what Prince Alfred do. They're always efficient. They don't need volume inside 50s to kick a winning score. That's why they're so dangerous.
Yep. Another stoppage here. Umpire Andrew Waring, the Crosby sweater, will call for a ball up. And, of course, big thanks to the Banner Crew, their stream team sponsor. They do a great job, and you'll see their advert in the quarter-time break. Oh,
very
lovely
clever
touch of hands to Jolly. Now, he does hit targets, and he finds that man, Brazel. And he's a beautiful kick for goal as they ring the changes right in front of us. That's right in front of me.
Stuff you can't teach there, Tommy. It was Trengove didn't take possession. Little tap down to Hayden Jolly. 1 step, kicked it beautifully. Sam Wonky actually slipped over. I was looking forward to that one-on-one matchup. This guy's a dead-eye dick from 40 metres out, Tommy. Back him to kick this. And this is, once again, they've had 3 less inside 50s, Prince Alfred. But they're just so damaging when they go forward.
Call it through, mate. You're on.
Brazel missed the first 6 games playing at North Adelaide, so to be second on the goal kicking has been a good effort. About 35 out directly in front. Goal umpire's done a bit of dancing just over the post.
As soon as you said he's a dead-eye dick, mate, he was never kicking that.
I didn't know till this year, Tommy, but the commentator's curse is real.
Oh, it's damn real.
I just thought it was one of those things you talked about, but it actually is real.
The one I'm good at is calling a player that kicks a ball and he ends up being the one that marks it and does the king. He couldn't possibly have been the same player down there. The boys everywhere. You have to call this one, mate. It's out of my line of vision.
Here we got long kick out from Sam Wonky looking for Prosser, who was best on ground last week. As Tommy mentioned, playing on a wing to start this game. Amazing a guy can have 10 shots on goal and play wing the next week. Credit to him for being such a versatile player. But Prince Alfred's tackling so far, Tommy. No time and space for Glenunga at all. They're all over him like a rash.
Plenty of heat in the kitchen as the ball's bobbling around. And like I said, Adam, I remember the first time I played a Div 1 trial. We're talking in the 90s here, and against Port District, the shutdown. You just can't, you don't have any time to think. It's almost got to be instinctive what you do. And there's a bit of instinctive football there, but it doesn't quite fade back there again. Craig Pitt, probably give that shot to him 10 times. He kicks it 7 times out of 10, but wasn't on that occasion.
Unlike PAC, so we've had Bradley, Brazel and Pitt all miss pretty easy shots for their standard.
For their standard, yes.
Yeah, for my standard, I've missed that, but these guys are serious footballers. So, yeah, a couple of early let-offs for Glenunga.
And it's all PAC. They just managed to hold the players out there. And coming over the top was Cameron Pritchard. Sounded good off the boot. Didn't exactly spin right, and it should be Sam Parsons. Yeah, he had his name written all over that. Came over with a big golden fist and punches it 35 metres around for the PAC goal. Plenty of changes going off the PAC bench at the moment. A lot of rotations.
No rotation cap in Division 1, which I like. Get the players fresh, coming on and off. Chris Curran we haven't called yet, so Glenunga have done a good job stopping him from intercepting. But good field position here for Prince Alfred.
Yep. Sumner isn't the deepest defender anymore either, so they've I think by design. That's a quick, took too long there. Huey DeSera, Johnny on the spot, play it onto advantage, and now they've got the 1-on-1. It's Abe Davis versus, and that's exactly against Mackenzie Slee. Davis rolls onto the right, has a long shot. Goal on point doing a bit of work, but it's all clear. Abe Davis. And I made mention of it. I'm not talking myself up here, Adam, but they've managed to extract the fact that it wasn't Sumner, a 1-on-1 in the deepest.
By the serious tackle, wasn't it? And he got the ball and played on quickly, and they had 1-on-1. And if Abe Davis has got half of the field to himself in a 1-on-1, something good's going to happen for Glenunga. Saw the open goal square, just wheeled around and kicked it. Good little comeback there for Glenunga because PAC had the last 2 or 3 shots on goal. But this is a quality game, Tommy. This is 1v2 on the ladder. Lots of pressure and the skillful players coming to the fore like Abe Davis, who's had a great start.
Yep. And he comes again, another clearance for Davis. But running onto it beautifully, Lockie McNamara, the captain, to Bradley, to McNamara. No, but just gives too much of the ball. Stepping in, Sam Abel to Alex Harron, 2 very experienced players. Ball bounces around. Tommy Boyan might run onto it, but no, PAC collect it. Quick chain of hands there. Singleton involved. They come in. Bilby, I love it. Everything he does well. Swings on the left. It's a pretty poor kick once you give him a wrap. But getting there was Wonky creating the contest. Time for Jackie Matchett to have a snap on the right. Beautiful team play there for Glenunga. Umpire says 6 of the best. Well done. Great spot there from the 18-year-old Jack Matchett kicking his first and Glenunga's third.
Is he only 18 years old, Jack Matchett? He's quite a player for that age, isn't he? What Michael Wonky's presence is doing is he's drawing 3 defenders to that contest, isn't he? And they're just so wary of his elite body work. He still brings the ball to the ground, the big fella. And Matchett showing his versatility. He's been playing as a key forward this week, staying on the ground in front of Wonky in a front and square position already a couple of times. Fantastic snap. Great goal again for Glenunga. Andrew Bradley, uncharacteristically, went the handball play on, caused the turnover. Again, no clear centre break there. A lot of pressure. Prince Alfred do get the long kick to half forward. But Glenunga are onto it quickly. Shovelled out, thought we were going to have a ball up. That's not 15. And that's almost a throw. Good fend off by Campbell Wildman. This oval is wide, isn't it, Tommy? That's a long way away on the far side of the ground. A lot of pressure around the centre bounce, Tommy. No one's been able to get a clear kick out. Even Abe Davis himself has been held onto, only getting those 20-metre scrubber kicks out of the stoppage, showing the pressure that's on at the moment.
Boyan goes long down the line. It's all PAC back there. Player claims the mark. That is indeed Jack Matchett, who got into a nightclub as an 11-year-old. He was born a man-child. And they fight, they hustle, they harass. It's a good contest down there. It's Wonky and Mazzini, I think. Good to see Matty Mazzini back from his little overseas holiday. And goes out just in front of the old B-grade Reptiles down there. Have come off a really good win. They are 1 win away from Glenunga's first B-grade finals appearance since Adam was a boy. And not you, as in Adam and Eve.
You can see...
Ball off the ball, and the umpire has bought what he was selling.
McMahon was selling something there, wasn't he? And the umpire bought it. We haven't called McMahon yet, have we, Tommy? No. He's been playing that far wing, hasn't gotten involved, but he's a dangerous player. A little bit of a scuffle off the ball. Went to ground easily, but that's football, isn't it?
I reckon he was going to try to fly past the contest and get it on the run, and he might have been impeded, and But we went down like Mike Tyson hooked him. So
It's a big shot on goal, though. 4 goal to 1 break early, Tommy, would be pretty huge.
40 metres out, Michael McMahon. He doesn't miss these very often. He likes reading the paper and seeing his name, and if that's what they do anymore, let's call it the internet. It's his first and their fourth, and after a very strong start from PAC, the Rams showing their quality.
Yeah, Glenunga have had 12 inside 50s to Prince Alfred's 8. And just, those last 3 entries have resulted in 3 goals. It's a bit of a soft free kick, but you could argue it was there. Clever play by McMahon, that's what you've got to do, but they've finished. Prince Alfred haven't finished their work as of yet. And it's a fast start for Glenunga now. We're nearly 24 minutes in to the first term.
Kenneth Schwartz and Davis in the middle for Glenunga, along with, Nick Wunke's in front of us, so that must be Darcy Mitchell. Up against Neil, Jolly. Looks like McNamara and Perks. The percolator's in there. Again, Davis, that's another clearance. I hope you're marking these down, man. All over him there, all over match it. Ball spills at ground level. They'll get it out this side. This time, PAC. Davis is everywhere. He has got to that ball first. He's strong. He's tackled. But he still releases the handball. I love DeSera's first quarter. He's had 4 tackles. He's been involved. That long kick there from, I think it was Tully Kennett, though, was about as useful as a saucepan without a handle, and went straight to PAC. But Tully Kennett gets it back. Make a mistake, go for the next one.
Uncharacteristic turnover there from Prince Alfred. Normally so good at retaining possession when they're caught in the D50 like that. But Glenunga will go long, as is their game style. Get a contest and crumb.
Yeah, repeat stoppages. They love it. They think they can control those stoppages. And why wouldn't you, with the best clearance player in the league floating around? Of course, Abe Davis I speak of. Guys like Tip Rat, Bowie Schwartz, so incredibly clever. And guys that just fly through the contest. Tommy Bournes, Fletcher Wisemans, these types.
That's 15 inside 50s to 8, Tommy. So Glenunga right on top now after a bit of a slow start.
Umpire Nick Wunke in front of us, giving plenty of feedback to the umpires. And they go outside. They find Mazzini, but they're just trying to take a bit of time off the clock as we hit 25 and a half minutes of the first quarter. Couldn't be too long to go. 4 scoring shots to 5, but Glenunga with a very handy 16-point lead in this one at home. They go long, dangerous. Brazel, great spoil, Sam Wunke. And apologies if you can get some of the audio is coming not from within this van. Apologies if you can hear it. But it's clearly Glenunga a little aggrieved with that free kick.
Glenunga probably lucky got the good end of it on the McMahon free kick before, so that's football, isn't it? I'm looking forward to the matchup, though. Sam Wunke's got those Inspector Gadget arms. I thought he got in there with a good spoil. There might have been a bit of a hold. Clever play by Sam Wunke, though. He walked off, didn't remonstrate. Mate Brazel kicked the goal. He missed the last one. Don't give him a gimme from the goal square, giving away 25. Yeah, I expect it. Can we give him the commentator's curse?
Yeah, he's coming off the Michael Holding run-up. He's been 12 metres already. He's going to kick from about 40. Distance not a problem. Accuracy is. And 1 minor score. So it's the accuracy of Glenunga at the moment that's the difference in this one. And look, mate, if they're giving away those free kicks, I would have kicked more than Plugger Lockett. So
yeah, it was a surprising decision because they've been letting the forwards and the backs play, haven't they? Have a wrestle, go for the mark. But that's okay, that's football. Got to make them pay.
It's less frustrating than watching AFL when they pluck out after 3/4 of basically ruckman body and locking each other in wrestling moves for an hour and a half. They'll pluck a hold for one of the ruckmen. I just don't get it.
And the ruckmen aren't sure who's getting the
ball.
And
they just don't know.
Yeah.
And that's a problem for higher leagues. We don't need to worry about that.
Have we called Chris Curran for a disposal yet, Tom?
No,
I'm not sure if we have.
He's probably snuck in for a couple, but
this is a guy that can get 40 playing off half back, so they've done a good job on him so far.
And that's a free kick to Darcy Mitchell. Yeah, no coincidence that they're 16, 15 points up and Curran hasn't had an impact. Probably there's a little correlation there. PAC not getting a lot of control off half back like they normally do. So it kicks right in front of me. Match it flies. Goes with the one hand. Good play by Tully Kennett. Ground level. DeSera again. The frontal release. Handball, they're out here. McMahon's out, is he? Good defence though. Working back is the wild man of the Campbell variety. And he takes a mark 30 metres out. We've gone 27 and a half minutes. It's a long quarter for Adelaide Footy League. And Hayden Jolly again. They wouldn't mind him getting the ball there because he can't do too much damage. He'll probably go to Massini, I think. No, he goes to and finds Luke McCauley.
That's great play by Wildman. Staying goal side. Looked like McMahon was there, but great discipline play by the PAC wingman.
Ball spills just behind the player there. Davis kicks it inside out top, and that'll work. Schwartz gets it, gives it to Boyd, and that is quarter time in this one. It's the Rams 4 goals, 125. PAC 1-4-10. You're with the Stream team here at beautiful Webb Oval, the battle for top spot. We're back after these sponsorship messages.
9 News, teaming up with the Adelaide Footy League. Tom Wren on the ground at your club for Thursday Night Live, strengthening communities through footy.
Banner Crew, our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome Jason Goods.
Thanks Tony, nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on or a message from the club, whether it be like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner, a stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable, so basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support.
9 News.
And here we are back at Webb Oval with the quarter-time score. Glenunga 4-1, Prince Alfred 1-4. Goal kickers all singles for the Rams. Abe Davis, Jack Matchett, Mike McMahon, Tommy Boyan. For Prince Alfred, it was Lockie Charlton with the first one of the game, wasn't it?
Yes, that was the first goal of the game. Tommy Glenunga right on top, to be honest, after that first 5 minutes. 16 inside 50s to 9, 4 centre break clearances to 1. So they've been dominant, to be honest, and they deserve their lead, albeit Prince Alfred would be kicking themselves. They've missed, we counted 4 easy shots on goal. Craig Pitt and Bradley on the run, league footballers, and Tyson Brazel, the star full forward, missed 2 goals from 35 out, which you would normally kick. So they're dangerous when they go forward, but Glenunga have had all the play. They've been dominant around the stoppages. Abe Davis is on fire. Some of Prince Alfred's big guns, we haven't really called them a lot, have we, Tommy? And they need a big lift.
It's interesting as well, some of the, big shout out to the B-grade reptiles and some of the other Glenunga people are actually listening to us commentate the game whilst being at the ground, and they've just informed me that it wasn't a free kick that Sam Wanky gave away. was wrong. It was right in front of him, and it was wrong. So shout out to Dill Smith and the boys. Of course, you can see Dill Smith on Channel 9 News, one of our great sponsors. Speaking of sponsors, mate, just while they make way their position, we've got to thank all our wonderful sponsors. The Banner Crew, Between the Posts, of course, don't forget that.
Yes.
Roll the Dice Player of the Year, that's sponsored by Roll the Dice Racing.
Yeah. Roll of the Dice Player is sponsored by
9 News, Programs to Fit, Sports Interactive, and so many more. Great prizes to give away, of course, Dartfish.
Farmers Leap Wines.
Farmers Leap Wines, TJMC for hire, not an official sponsor, but available for all your needs. It's going to be the big men of Mitchell versus Neil, second quarter, Webb Oval. One down by Neil, I think. Quick clearance, possibly to PAC. Slippery in the glue pot there. Jolly's tackled. He's strong though. He stands up in the tackle. Doesn't get to ground often. They get it going forward. Horrible little kick. Shades of the Matildas the other night. But they get it going forward. And Tommy Michaelani. How about that clearance or lack of clearance for that second goal? My goodness me.
Yeah, they didn't talk about it too much, did they, Tommy?
No.
I thought, we'll park that commentary. It wasn't her greatest moment.
No, it wasn't. Ball, it was horrendous. Ball comes forward here. They should sweep on it here, Glenunga. They do, but they're staying in the contest is Bradley, but he's given away a free kick. And it'll be to, not sure who that is all the way down there. Might be Nick Egar, is it? No, it's Tommy Michaelani, brother of Max from the Crows, son of Jim from Nord. Good strong mark there to the Roach, Nick Wunke. His first real effective clunk. Passionate player. Plays on the edge, Nick Wunke. Possibly the
Very
most
passionate in front of us 5 minutes ago, wasn't he, Tommy?
Not popular with opposition supporters or teams, and that's what you want from your players. Have a beer with them after. Be enemies on the field. Plays on the edge. Good player. And the ball spills at ground level. Sumner at the bottom of that. Fletcher Wiseman comes up with it, tries to take off with it. The umpire says, I'll have it.
I think you're right about Nick Wunke. He's probably the most unheralded of the Wunkies, but he's a super important player for Glenunga now, isn't he? He's such a mobile ruckman, good contested mark around the ground and a good field kick.
Yep. Oh, beautiful quick hands. Gets in the hands of Jolly. Who's been good. 1-on-1 down there. Brazel and Wunke. The other one's a free. That one should have been 2, but never mind. We play on. And like the defensive craft of Sam Wunke there to maintain touch, but then still elevate himself and give it the fist of fury. Not a little feminine fist, but a real strong, powerful fist, clearing a defensive.
If we had a Golden Fist award, Sam Wunke would be right up there, wouldn't he, Tommy? He's one of the great spoilers in the competition.
Another one as a defender. Doesn't get a lot of plaudits, but doesn't need to. Davis with another touch. They don't tackle him. Inside out kick. Don't know how he's done that, but he's done that beautifully to Tommy Boyne, and they're out here. It's 1-on-1s in front of him. 4 pairs. He goes to, looks for Michael. Michael with the strength and the one-hander. He takes off. Newfound speed. Mick Wunke's back. Your buddy bet's alive. Glenunga get their 5th. Danger signs. PAC.
That's classic Glenunga football and classic Michael Wunke football, isn't it? So Abe Davis couldn't be tackled. Bit of a lucky one that landed in the arms of Bayun, but they don't muck around with the football, Glenunga. I love their game style. Get it into their forwards deep and put the opposition under pressure. He's made a living off that, Michael, hasn't he? 1-on-1s. He's so good at protecting the drop zone. He'll only need 3 or 4 touches like that, and a good start for my buddy Bet. Tommy, that's a fantastic play for Glenunga. And Prince Alfred, dare I say it, maybe for the first time this year, under the pump.
Yeah, and if Buddy Bet were framing a premiership odds market, I'd still say Glenunga would be the shortest of the favourites at this stage. They are looking good. Doing everything well, but Neil wins it. The reverse tap, looks for maybe McNamara, finds him and gets the clearance. They get it forward, but Glenunga have done this well. They've transitioned well from defence to attack. Normally that's PAC's go-to, but a bit of pressure there. Strong pressure, and look, PAC certainly brought the heat in the first sort of 5-10 minutes and rattled Glenunga a little bit, but they stayed firm and they've kicked the last 5. They wouldn't want it to be 6.
Yeah, big couple of minutes come up here as the umpire throws it up, almost claiming the mark there. Almost a bit of a dump tackle by Trengove, but nothing in it. Umpire will come in again. Trengove's been quiet, Tommy. We haven't called him a lot. They need him to insert himself into this game.
I'm not sure if we're on air when you said some of the big names do need to lift. He's one of them. Him, Curran. Possibly Pitt, maybe even McNamara. They need to get their hands on the pill. When they do, they're dangerous. But when you play Glenunga, there's not a lot of easy touches. They just play that labour-intense, high-pressure game. They're all over you like a rash. And I wish the Glenunga runner would move. Right. Quick kick high up and under anyone's ball. Probably Davis in best position, but they spoil him. They come from everywhere. At pace, running. Cometh a man, cometh the moment you called for him to lift. Well, he's had a flying shot from 30, Jack Trengrove, but pushed it across the face. Now, kicking out is Sam Wonke. He nearly takes one from the flag. Big Tom Baird, the runner. Great to see him running around. Looking very nice, really filling out those shorts.
Just gearing up for the finals as if Big Mick Wonke's going to play. The new runner in vogue.
Something like that. He, of course, was our first ruck, Tommy Beard, but injury has cruelled him, unfortunately. Great footballer, great young man. Lived with my nephew, so, yeah, I rate him. Anyway.
Abe Davis sneaking forward for an early rotation. He's been really good, hasn't he, Tommy? He's just winning the ball in close, but getting around the ground as well.
He's been bogged for mine, mate.
Yeah, would have to agree with that thus far.
25 against Neil. No, not 25 against Neil. All right, they go long down the line. Wiseman will fly. Gets great elevation. He's like a high jump. Spring Hill Jack. Huey DeSera having his best game I've seen for this year anyway. Just in everything at the moment, but they'll clear PAC, but that's not PAC football, is it? Just a big around the corner, high up and under to an out number, and just escorting over is Harry Prosser. Harry Prosser in everything last week. He kicked a goal. He passed the ball from 70 and it went through. Today I'm not sure he's had an effective stat.
No, we haven't called him. He's been in and around the action without any effective disposals, but your call before was spot on, Tommy. We haven't seen PAC been able to link any possession game together at all, have we? And that's just down to pressure. It's down to pressure from Glenunga. They've been first class in that area.
Yep. This time they get a quick chain of hands to Jolly, but again a rush kick and they're able to set up behind the player. That might be, that is Darcy Mitchell. He's been very good. He's winning the ruck duel early.
Been impressed with Mitchell. He copped a big bake from the coach at Broadview a couple of weeks ago for not competing hard, and ever since that he responded. I thought he was really good last week in the ruck.
You saying Nathan Grimer gave out a bake?
I heard maybe Nathan asking Darcy to just lift his efforts in the marking contest. Let's just put it that way.
More bakes than Gordon Ramsay.
He's been. What I like about Nathan's coaching, though, Tommy, is he does ask a lot for his players, but as the contest is going on right now, he's very controlled and he knows exactly where everyone is and what needs to happen. He's not all fire and brimstone. He knows what's going on.
He demands high standards, and that's what they set here. And well, they're playing for top spot in Div 1, so the standards are going to be bloody high.
You're not top of Division 1 if your standards are low. This is a club that's come from Division 5 6 years ago, isn't it, Tommy, pretty much? So they've just raised the bar across the whole club.
Yep. Yeah. Ground level, good strong tackle there by PAC, and I'll tell you what, we've got some scores from. How good is in Division 1? Every game this week affects top 5, top spot, or relegation.
A couple of nervous clubs near the bottom, Tommy.
You've got some. Sandford is absolutely on a knife's edge, and the AFL as well. It is a great weekend to be a footy fan. Running back with the ball, it's a 2-on-1 here, and the 2 will win out. Sammy Abel gets those long levers down and just picks it up like a. Not sure what he picked it up like a claw. Speaking of claws, Rule Show coming up. You'll be taking the missus with you?
No, she hates the show, actually.
Okay.
Waste of money.
Yep. A lot of
kids cry when they hear that. I'm okay with it.
Someone used to give me the nickname Showbags, and I loved it because I love the show, but then I found out it's because I'm full of crap. Anyway, we play on, and a good tackle again. That heat coming up. Time is wise, but this time through the middle, they'll link up. They've got it. Chain of hands, Jolly, Trango, but once again...
Pressure on the ball, Tommy.
Yeah, ball carrier, they're not getting any easy ins, and it's just a thorough team performance from Glenunga at the moment. Oh, Wiseman! Oh, he's given away a free, and I've gone right up into the threshold of pain.
That was a genuine leap, though, wasn't it?
He does one every year.
On his shoulders, and he just mistimed it, couldn't take the mark. That would have been mark of the year if he took that,
every year he takes mark of the year. He stands on someone's head. He's got an incredible vertical. And he's not the one they look for to be coming over. So he comes third man up regularly. Good strong contest there. Neil gets it going PAC's way. Bradley, but again Abel kick round the corner. Glenunga in best position, and that's positionally, structurally, they're controlling the game. Bradley just a high up and under. I wouldn't see too many kicks like that from Andrew Bradley. Working back with the ball with courage was Michael Annie, and at ground level again, the Glenunga with the numbers. They feed it out. Sammy Abel round the corner. Oh, that is an incredible mark. Oh, Michael Wonke turning back the clock to his Ken Farmer days. And that's what you get when you lose 40 kilos, I guess. You get to be able to push all the way up to those wings. And
he's in good shape, Mike, isn't he? He's moving around the ground pretty well. Wasn't expecting him to come up to the wing and take a hanger today, so it's a great sign.
Always gets a fresh haircut when he's on stream team as well. As it's Harron, looks for McMahon, they fly. Ground level, Schwartz, clever kick. Just goes underneath the player, but they weren't on the same page then. and they should clear this way. PAC again. Every time they get the ball, though, there's pressure. This is Clark. Haven't called Clark's name too many times. Again, quick pressure on the ball carrier. This time, fortuitous, he spills to Davis. Davis, a clever left footer, but Wonky's alert to it. PAC, Brazel, not so much. Just handballs to no one in particular. And PAC through Davis should get it into that pocket. Repeat stoppage. Will it be? It will be, as it's scored it out by Nick Wonka. What am I saying? Nick Eagar. Recently, earlier this year, voted Glenunga's sexiest man. The first ginger to ever win that title, I'd suggest.
Didn't know clubs voted on those awards, Tommy, but that's a good one as we have a
Well,
stoppage.
the ladies voted.
Oh, the ladies voted. I thought the blokes all got together and put a vote in.
If I'm being honest, it was 3 ladies, and then had a few. But anyway, he's a good-looking lad, a good-looking rooster. As I'll come this way, Harron again. You check the stats tomorrow, and Harron will have 32 touches. When did he have them? He just has them all day long.
Close.
Quick kick, able with those long arms.
Just can't show off any of their skill at the moment, can they, Tommy? This is an elite pressure performance by Glenunga thus far.
Yep, conditions as well. It's hard. Oh, Curran flies. He took the mark, not paid. Bilby round the corner. Here's Wonky. He's out. But Sumner, when Sumner's alongside him, he doesn't look as dangerous. That's the matchup PAC need to keep. This time, they've got the open side play. Pritchard. Looks like he might have found Slee.
This is how they're so well set up, though, Tommy Glenunga. Normally, that fat side would be open and out they'd go. They'd have Wildman on his own, but Nathan Grimer's team is well structured. Their wingmen hold their width. They don't let teams get out. Great example of it there. Davis,
how strong is he? Gets the handball. They keep it going their way. This will be a last possession free kick. As the scoreboard says, 5 goals won. We've been stuck. It was 4-1-1-4 at quarter time, so not a lot of scoring in the first 11 minutes. And again, that will suit Glenunga just fine. Just
PAC finally get a switch of play over to Mazzini, who's got Charlton on his own. But again, Glenunga are well structured up the wing here. They can't get out the fat side, forced to go long. Oh, Neil might have gone early and given away a free kick for a Shepherd there. That probably wasn't his smartest play. He just needed to stay on the ground because it looked like PAC were in the box seat. But again, Glenunga have forced the turnover, Tommy. They just can't move the ball.
Incredible effort by Tommy Bill with Love Island's own to be able to actually just win that ball with a 2-on-1. Had no right to win that ball and worked for it and got the free kick as they fly. They're just not. They don't have sticky mitts today. He just always finds his way out, Davis, doesn't he? He's a footballer and a half. And Mazzini, he's been all right as well for PAC. He's certainly trying. It's just long down the line stuff, though, isn't it? They can't get the freeze. Playing for a free kick is Wonky. They get it going forward. Boyan slips when he probably needed to hold his feet. Zigged when he had to zag, and we'll have a ball up right in front of the coach's box there. There's assistant coach Adam Silby right in front of us, giving out some instructions.
He'll have to get his thinking cap up today. Normally it's pretty good being the bench coach at Prince Alfred, isn't it? But they're under the pump at the moment.
Wonky just wheels himself back into the contest, gets 2 touches there. Kennett, but stealing the ball. I think that's McNamara, the captain. Now they've got a 1-on-1. They go forward. Right on his hammer, though. Look for Brazel. Running onto it is Clark. Clark versus Davies. Davies versus Clark. Thorpe. Hugelham. I was trying to do the Bruce McAvaney. Didn't quite come off. Clark still got it. And he feeds it out, and they've got a bit of space to look for and find McNamara, who started it all right in front of us. And he will have a shot at goal.
Great work rate from McNamara, wasn't it? So easy to just be happy with your work and sit back and watch, but he sprinted inside 50 and he gets a reward. Sam Wonky's all over Brazel at the moment, but they finally won a ground ball inside 50. Glenunga have been getting the extra man in next and cleaning up those balls, but Prince Alfred had extra representation, then get the repeat entry and the shot on goal.
Yeah, McNamara.
Much needed goal, Tommy.
From the Will Civic pocket. Glenunga players will... he's just getting a bit of feedback there from the B grade, just wishing him all the best. And he has a beautiful looking kick, but he's pulled it near side and 1 point. I guess it's not that beautiful looking when it's a point. So 1-6 plays 5-1. It's been 2 points to a goal this quarter. And as I said, they need to get the next one, PAC, or it's real trouble.
They're still in this game. There's still a long way to go, but they certainly, like I said, another missed opportunity. They would like the next goal to keep it tight. Glenunga get the next one. It's going to be a low-scoring game, be hard way back.
Wonky, same goes to McMahon. 55-metre long kick. McMahon works his opponent out there. Just out-pointed Campbell Wildman. You don't see that too often. He'll go long right. Down the line. Wonky will fly, will he? He's held up. PAC at ground level. Good. Pritchy they call. Pritch. He gets the ball. Good spot.
It's a good, intelligent kick out from Sam Wonke. I think McMahon's going to have the advantage on Wildman in the air. Wildman's such a good ground level player. That was a smart kick out.
It normally feels great. There's a quick kick forward there. Danger area, Boyan. He is dangerous. Goes to Bilby on his left. Oh, he would have liked to have done a little bit of there. Minor score. Feels normally great with the stats on this, mate, but the amount of ex-Sandford players and players, it's just some of these matchups. Wildman, McMahon, Sumner, Wonke, Mitchell, Neal. There's some really good matchups out here. Really interesting contests within contests. Out there, Kennett, former Sturt player. Bradley, former Glenelg captain. It's a mouth-watering game, and at the moment the pressure is intense. It's the standard we were hoping for, Adam.
It's the quality you need, though, really. If you want to be a top-flight Division 1 team, you need to have, half a dozen of those guys that have played league football, not only for what they do, but the instruction they give, the standards they set at training. Very much needed. Both teams chock full of talent, Tommy.
Just getting some messages from the B-grade reptiles in the pocket down there for Glenunga. They're listening and enjoying the call, and it's a free kick there. If that's Bo Schwartz, no, it's not Bo Schwartz. Who is it getting up? It's Lincoln Bennett. Just seemed to have I'm not sure if we've got a replay. Can we get a replay of that one? I'm going to try and get a replay because it'll take a second. Might have just lost his. Oh no, he's taken
a little over the shoulder. Over the shoulder there.
One of my pet peeves is people who I call it lowering or shortening. They shorten themselves and lift the arm, but that one looked like it was there. So nothing doing now. They practice from here, mate, so it's unlikely. It's
drop
near the
punt
boundary
zone
line.
there, or is he going to snap?
It certainly is. The way, just a little bit of draw on his drop punt here. I expect that he will hit left post. It will just fade in, and he will celebrate like he's won lotto. He goes near post, and that's never going through. Thanks for that, Lincoln. No wonder I like Liam more.
You can see even on that shot for goal from the pocket, Tom, this is how well organised Glenunga are. All of their defenders, wings, they're all setting up for the kick out. Like they're not mucking around here at all. They are well set up. They're not going to let PAC move the ball at all today.
Yep, and they'll give Jolly that kick because it will do no damage, and they'll be able to roll that structure across, and they'll squeeze them, mate. And you've coached premierships, and you've been a Div 1 coach, mate. You must be impressed by their setup. Play on to Sarah. Is the recipient. Oh, he just a little rush of blood there. It left his head and it went to his nether regions and he had a ping. Nothing doing. Oh, again, skill error. The implied pressure. Bang! A savage cocoon of McMahon terror there. Nothing doing from the umpire. Bilby on top. The pressure is intense. I tell you what, there's no easy kicks, Adam Jeffries. You've got to be impressed with it.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Glenunga's structure. They cover you down the line and they cover the switch, Tommy, which is so impressive. A lot of teams are good up the line and they can let you get out, but Glenunga have both exits covered.
And it's all Glenunga. Will Davies will take the kick. He'll swing onto his right and he'll hit the hot spot here. That looks for the line of goal, so they can't get it out in the open side. They play that very well. They all know where he's going. I knew where he was going. PAC worked it out as well. We've got a spillage at ground level. Good tackle again. That tackling intensity. Who is that grinding in there? That's Shuey DeSera. Again, he is doing really well. 6 tackles for you, DeSera, I've got him at.
Yeah, Glenunga won't mind that. They expect just the contest and a stoppage from that forward entry. It's great play. What's the umpire paid here, Tommy?
Sling. Either a sling or a Polish hammer. But either way, it's Glenunga free kick, I think. Yep.
He has played a sling tackle, has he?
Against Jordan Neal, yeah.
So Michael Wonke's taken the ruck, Tommy Hawkins style, which is clever because he's such a good user of the body. And he's been a little bit undisciplined, Neil, hasn't he? I think he's frustrated because I think they've worked him over. Mitchell and Wonke have been really good in the ruck against him. He's an inexperienced player, Neil. You do not want to give away a free kick in the back pocket. You're better off letting your opposition ruckman win the tap or grab the ball and then grabbing him from there.
Yeah, now this is a man who played for North Melbourne. I'm not sure if he played a game. He only played 1 or 2. And won Ken Farmer medals. This is what he was put on this earth to do, kick goals. He's 25 metres out in a 45-degree angle. He's thrown the grass up. And he will put this on the roof and through the middle. You can write it down right
Commentator's curse, Tommy. He is a great set shot, Mike, with that familiar little stutter step. He's got a beautiful ball drop, Tony Lockett style.
Yeah. And nothing but net on the roof, through the middle. Thank you very much. Didn't quite make the roof. That's his second, and Glenunga's 6. Glenunga, a very accurate Glenunga. Sorry, they've kicked a couple points. 6-3, playing PAC 1-6. 9 scoring shots to 7. But they're making him count, Adam. Yeah,
Mike comes off for a breather. He's a dangerous player. I like his inclusion in the team late in the season. I think it's fantastic for Glenunga. Like I said, those ruck infringements, we don't love them, but you just got to be so careful. You've just got to instruct your ruckman as a coach. Just don't worry about the tap. The tap's irrelevant. What happens on the ground and afters is most important. So gave away a bit of a soft free kick. Michael Wunke's a great set shot for goal. Alarm bells not quite ringing, but close too. We haven't seen. I know PSC have dropped 2 games this year, but they haven't been in this position much, Tommy, have they? They're genuinely under the pump at the moment. As Davis gets another centre clearance, amazing, and that's gone deep inside 50. Unfortunately for Glenunga, the deep target Wunke had just come off for a breather. We'd love to have had that one-on-one, but Glenunga do what they do. They just want a stoppage and pressure. Not once have we seen PAC been able to get the ball from this position and go end-to-end. So great field position again for Glenunga. They've had the last 5 inside 50s, and they get another stoppage inside 50 where they can put the opposition under elite pressure. Nick Wunke grabs the ball out of the ruck, as is his wont. Neil fell over on that occasion. To a dangerous spot about 45 out from goal. McMahon, who's had a better second quarter after a quiet first quarter, caught holding the ball. I think that's McNamara for PAC, who's lifted and he's had a bit of the ball himself. But again, they haven't been able to transition quickly because Glenunga have rolled back, but they turn. They go to about 50 metres out. And a great intercept mark. Is that Mitchell?
That's Nick Eager.
That's Nick Eager.
Glenunga's sexiest man.
That was a great intercept mark. Again, it looked like PAC would be out.
You can see why chicks dig him, can't you?
Oh, well, when you take marks like that, why wouldn't you?
And he just, nice little, doesn't get the ambition and capabilities confused. Just goes to Sammy Abraham. Works hard. He'll probably get it back here. He will. Well done, Nick Eager. Worked hard, and now they're out the immediate danger zone. He'll go long down the line. It's about $1 here to right in front of us, where there'll be a pack of 12 players that will compete. Oh, Lincoln Bennett just stalks in. He stalks in. He'll get front and centre. And DeSera again just gets it forward. Oh, the cockies. Get out of the way, boys. Nick Wunke does well when he's pushed over the line there by Slee, I think, is it? So it was Mazzini.
When we talk about organisation and structure, Tommy, it's not just your field position around the ground. Glenunga know the high ball's coming, and you called Kennett coming onto the ground. A lot of players would have flown and go for a specking. His job is to stay front and centre, and that's what he did, and they win the next possession. Yep,
they play their roles very well. Jolly will get to it first. He's tackled without the ball there by Schwartz.
You might get an earful from the coach, Tommy, if you don't, which I love. Play your role.
Very honest. And DeSera gets it again on the left foot. Inside out. Don't tell me!
That's in.
There's our Neomorph mouthguard play of the day. Hugh DeSera from the pocket on the left. Have a look at this replay. Again, Alex Harron. Another touch. Goes unnoticed. Gets it. Little handball on the left. He's a right footer. Just puts it up. Fades in. Abe Davis with the windmill type celebration. Some sort of weird calisthenics. But, Huey DeSera, absolutely on fire, playing his best game of A-grade this year.
Great little give there from Nick Wunke to the runner going past, but that was a classic in-swinger, wasn't it? It didn't look like it was going to come back, but it just swung in beautifully. But they deserve that, Glenunga, because they just keep winning the ball in the contest, don't they? They win the ball at the stoppage, they win the ball front and square, and they just keep getting it forward. That's 13 inside 50s to 8 this quarter, 29 to 17 for the match. So like I've said it a few times now, I haven't seen Prince Alfred under the pump this season. They genuinely are now.
They're all over him like a kid and cake, mate. They're loving it. They're wrist deep and they've got icing all over their face because they are on fire and they are working as a team. They're connected, they're committed, and they're our premiership favourites for a reason, mate. And they're going to finish top if the script doesn't change the next hour.
PAC are capable of turning it around, though, aren't they? But they don't look likely at the moment.
It's not so much that I just think Glenunga, I just can't see it. They're just so committed. Like anything you do, like even that, you're really, really good at earn it. Mazzini really strong there to stay under the ball and committed.
Not a good feeling with Abe Davis bearing down on you, Tommy. That was a great mark by Mazzini.
Right. Davis and Wunke, what ins they've been for this football club. And then there's a guy called Mike Wunke as well. But Trengrove gets it right out on the wing again. Not so dangerous. Overlap run. Finally coming. McNamara goes long. 1-1. Brazel. Wunke right there wearing him. Honest. Strong. Discipline. They get it out though. McNamara. Brilliant football. There's another contender for player of the day. Lachlan McNamara with absolute beauty. He started the play back there on the wing, receiving the handball from Trengrove. Kept going, working through the contest. Shrugged the tackle. Strong hips. Snaps on his right. His first there, second. And it's a 27-point ball game.
Yeah, much needed goal. I think that was McNamara, was it? He's been good, hasn't he? He's really stepped up in the last 3 or 4 minutes. He's one player that can hold his head high. Some of his more esteemed teammates have been quiet in this game so far, but he's been really good. That's certainly a call for player of the day. But that's the first time, Tommy, we've seen PAC be able to get the ball in the D50 and transition and get the ball inside 50, which is a credit to Glenunga's pressure. Great goal. Just keeps them in it deep into the second quarter.
Yeah, needed that one. It'll give some belief. They just need to make sure the 24-minute mark, what have we had this quarter? We've had 4 goals. I'd suggest there'd be another 2 minutes tops. They don't want to concede another. There's a bit happening in the old forward line up at as they're playing hurdy-gurdies trying to get to each other, and PAC take the mark at half-back. They'll have time here. They might just slow it down, will they? No, they go quickly, and they've got Wildman out. We talked about the aerial dominance of McMahon. He does win the aerial ball, and at ground level now, it's all McMahon. Just gets it going forward, and the numbers are right for Glenunga. Bilby clean, DeSera clean. McMahon lifts the eyes, finds Bennett, and 50 metres out, probably outside his range. No, definitely outside of his range. We just get some advice from the.
I think they know it's late in the quarter, Tommy. They don't want to concede an end-to-end goal here. I know it won't make the highlight reel. That pick-up from Bilby is first class, Tommy. That sets that up.
Clean's the word, mate. I used a couple of times. They are just a bit cleaner at the moment. It's a big kick. It's close. They should be able to kill it, and they do for one minor score. So 25 minutes 20 gone in this one on the Sportal scoreboard.
I reckon they would have loved the ball to the top of the square there. He didn't quite have the distance in him. They could get a repeat entry and really lock the ball in, albeit it will be tough for PAC to transition as they take the short one out to the pocket. Trengove again plays on. He's got Charlton running past. Goes up the wing. Great intercept again. Was that Michael Laney?
Yep, Michael
Laney.
Yep.
He's an impressive player, Tommy, isn't he? Another young player.
Tackling machine.
Yeah, courageous. And again, I know I keep harping on it, Tommy, how well set up they are. Look like, again, PAC were out. Michael Laney gets a hand in there and they get a stoppage.
He's a strange cat. He doesn't matter what the temperature is. It can be 4 degrees. He wears his shorts and his Crocs, I think they're telling me. And it's his get-up. That's what he's going with. And everyone's going to have a bit of shtick, and that's what he's doing. So good on him. Davis gets one in the back.
We need characters in the game, Tommy, don't we? We love that stuff.
Yeah, I like flogs. Plenty of going on off the ball between Wildman and McMahon. They're like dance partners at the moment. They're absolutely doing a waltz every time they're near each other. Long down the line, and PAC fly. But Nick Wunke just creates the contest, and that's why Grimer loves him. He always competes. He's in trouble there, I think. It's Charlton, is it? And a few names. I haven't called the percolator today. I haven't called much of Davis has been quiet. And, a few players missing in action at the moment for PAC. Jolly's probably just about been their best. He's been certainly tried. He hasn't had any easy ball, though. And, again, good crowd out there. Have a look at that. Not bad. They're all the PAC...
They're the Red Army, are they?
They
is that
are.
What they call them?
Red, they yell. And Peter Carter would probably be over there.
Sipping Chardonnays over there, wouldn't they be, Tommy?
Something like that as they get their Bentley seat warmers nice and warm for their buttocks. But long down there's Chris Curran. That's
first mark for the day for Curran, that would be, which is a fantastic from Glenunga to stifle him.
Yeah. We've just ticked 27 minutes.
32 inside 50s Glenunga have had in the first half, Tommy, just to show their dominance.
Yep. So at half-time, we have got Glenunga 7 goals 5, 47. PAC 2, 6, 18. The goal kickers, it was 2 for Wunke, 1 for Matchett, McMahon, Boyan, Davis and DeSera with the goal of the day for the Rams. Whilst for PAC, Charlton and McNamara are the 2 Laughlins doing the damage. We are obviously going to take a half-time break, but I just want to make special mention of all of our great sponsors, the Banner Crew, 9 News programs to fit, Sports Interactive, Farmers Leap Wines, the best drop, mate. I'll tell you what, there's nothing like throwing back a couple of bottles of the good stuff. And we've got all our post-match awards, again, being a Stream Team game. So thanks to New Balance, Neomorph Mouthguards, and the Moseley Bar and Kitchen. Of course, Archie's Thongs. Before we go to halftime very quickly, mate, what do PAC need to do to get back in this game?
Yeah, look, they need to get their hands on the football and just try to move the football a bit quicker if they can. But they're getting outworked at the stoppage and they're getting outworked at the front of the packs. You know, it's very difficult to take a contested mark, but Glenunga are there front and centre first and then getting the next possession going their way. So they need more representation at the front and squares. And they just need their class players to lift, Tommy. It's just pretty simple, you know. Like, we're not... Trengove and there aren't here for their good looks. They're here to go get the ball.
Yep.
And they've been quiet. That's fine, but that's okay. They've had great seasons and they're entitled to have a half. But For mine, it'll be interesting to see, what does Craig Pitt do? Does he get stuck into his team? Does he ask for more? We've spoken about Grimer as a proper coach, not a playing coach. He demands certain things. Does Craig Pitt have that ability to say, you know what, boys, we've been down. I need you guys to lift. Can they do it? I think they can. I reckon they'll come out breathing fire. Glenunga will be ready for them, though.
Yep. We've got a huge second half coming up at Webb. Over with Tommy Javor and Adam Jeffries. We're going to take a break, have a look at some of our great sponsors, and we'll be back with the second half of the Division 1 game of the round.
9 News, teaming up with the Adelaide Footy League. Tom Wren on the ground at your club for Thursday Night Live, strengthening communities through footy.
Here at the Banner Crew, our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome, Jason Goods.
Thanks, Tony. Nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on, or a message from the club, whether it be like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner, a stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable. So basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support.
9 News, teaming up with the Adelaide Footy League. Tom Wren on the ground at your club for Thursday Night Live, strengthening communities through footy.
At the Banner Crew, our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome, Jason Goods.
Thanks, Tony. Nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on or a message from the club, whether it be, like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner, a stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable. So basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support.
9 News, teaming up with the Adelaide Footy League. Tom Wren on the ground at your club for Thursday Night Live, strengthening communities through footy.
At the Banner Crew, our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome, Jason Goods.
Thanks, Tony. Nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on or a message from the club, whether it be, like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner, a stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable. So basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support.
9 News, teaming up with the Adelaide Footy League. Tom Wren on the ground at your club for Thursday Night Live, strengthening communities through footy.
And we're back here at beautiful Webb Oval, and it's a commanding lead at the moment, if I'm being completely honest. Scoreboard says 46 plays 18, so we'll have to go with that. It's not what I had, but Adam Jeffries, you are my Phil Herden today. You're the Robin to my Batman, so it's time for scores from out of grounds.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting round of footy, as you said. It's an exciting climax to the season at Goodwood. Saints 11 points down to Port Districts at half-time. Broadview are 26 points up against Old Ignatians, no surprise there. Tea Tree Gully vying for 5th spot are up by 26 points against Brighton. And no shock here to see Shock up by 21 points, Tommy, pardon the pun, against St. Peter's. St. Peter's and Goodwood in a relegation battle, but both down at half-time. Can one of them come back? Give
me the first two again. It was Port Districts by plenty, wasn't it?
No, Port Districts just by 2 goals over Goodwood.
Yep,
and Broadview by 26 points over Old Ignatians.
They need to win by more than that. Big thanks to everyone who hosted us. Hosted me, didn't host you, sorry. Half-time. It was the Glenunga obviously hosting the PAC committee. Just a shout out to their major sponsors, OFA Asset Management, Star Electrical, EDC, and of course all our great sponsors. None bigger than the Banner Crew. Oh, there's another one, Piranha Media, of course. One of my other employers who we do a bit of cross promotion myself, the Adelaide Footy League, Piranha Media, with Community Bounce. You've of course watched the show, no doubt.
Of course, everybody does, Tommy. But we've spoken about it. Can Prince Alfred fight back? They're very rarely in this position. It'll be interesting to see as Glenunga get the first centre clearance.
Yeah, Tully Kennett that was, and they do. They need the first one, PAC, and a strong tackle there. Probably a sign of things to come there. A lot of really, really exciting games. None more important than the Tommy Javelle Cup. North playing Centrals. It's North by 2 points. Out of the ruck, McMahon just flies through. Again, they get the ball moving forward, almost rugby style, like a scrum, but it'll be Curran. Probably the quietest game I've seen him play since I've been calling footy, but he gets it going forward, and Clark, I think it might be Clark, rushes up, takes it below his knees, well done, and they get it moving. Doesn't give Glenunga time to set up all those players behind the ball, but they get there. Tully Kennett with his second touch of the quarter already. Behind the ball, it's Michael Annie, normally with a cool head, the tackling machine. Goes long to McMahon. He's another one. He just seems to fly high, take it its highest point. Fundamentally a very good footballer, Adam.
Yes, agree. As Glenunga go inside 50 again. Ground ball, they are all over it. Not sure who that was, but short kick to Davis, who's spoilt from the back. Good spoil there as Prince Alfred looked to rebound, but again, they can't get out the fat side of the ground. Great pressure from Prosser. Not sure if that ball was touched, is going to go out. Is it Schwartz's first there? No, that's Michael Laney again. He's been impressive, Tom. Yep. Michael Laney, been very impressive young player in this game. Great intercept before, found McMahon, and getting over and covering the Prince Alfred switch then. Great play.
There are a lot of Toms around. Tom on the roof, the cameraman. Tom Javor, Tom Michaelani, Tom Boyan, Tom Bilby, Tom Butterworth, captain of the B grades. As it comes down to ground level, PAC with control. Down the corridor, Will Davies affects the spoil. Does well there on his PAC opponent. It's Clark. Clark just gets it going forward. Rushing out of the rate of knots is Brazil, but getting in the way is Sammy Passes. Good strong tackle. Another tackle there on Egan. It's all PAC. Neil should have marked. So that implied Preston Trengrove. And he has his Dax pulled down. He gets a Torpy going forward. Make it someone else's problem. Tully Kennett, his third touch of the quarter. He's on fire early. Not a nice looking kick, but again, the numbers winning out. Really, really committed there. It might be Fletcher Wiseman.
It's their efficiency front and square again there, Tommy. They get to the ball first every time there's a crumb.
Yeah, they kick it to probably somewhere near us here. One kill, compete and fly. Curran goes high. Affects the spoil. Make the mark ground level. Can't get a handle on the ball. Mitchell fights. He's tackled. Double tackle will have the ball up. Will we? They're swarming. They're swarming. When they swarm.
Crouching.
Crouching. Crouching Tiger hidden holding the ball. You know what's coming.
Stiff, but probably there. Did sit on the ball a little bit.
Yeah, okay. McNamara goes long and cutting back in the way there. That is Captain Sexy, Nick Egar.
He's been good, Egar, hasn't he?
Very good.
Very good. He's taken 2 or 3 big intercept marks.
Did his uni placement with me last year, so I'm a huge fan of the lad. Good kid, good work ethic, and the way he works is the way he plays footy. He's just real contributor every day, every minute of every day.
And again, Glenunga have not allowed Curran to intercept. Nick Wonke coming up and presenting there. Curran unable to get into the game. See if he can here.
It's a very, very high ball. Tough to mark. Ground level. The tip wrap by Schwartz. Left foot just gets it going forward. Mazzini should be first to it. Running on a treadmill though, Mazzini. He's not covering the ground well at all. Somehow finds it, gets it back, but he is absolutely decked there, but Sumner should clear to Curran. Curran getting a bit more of the ball this quarter. On to Pitt. Now they're out. They're out with numbers out. Clark will be the next one in the chain. The one after that'll be Davis, will it? It will. They'll go down to Davis. They go to Brazel. They look more dangerous, but Wonky. Ball must not go over the back. That's one of the team ethoses, and he doesn't let it. Brilliant play, Samuel Wonky.
Yeah, well done by Wonky as Glenunga looked to clear, although it's under pressure, ball's into a dangerous spot. Jolly should mark, and you don't want this guy with the ball with 55 metres out. He'll look for a short pass here. You've got to cut off the leading lanes. And he's found the target in the pocket. Is it Brazel?
I think it might be.
Hard to see there. That's Trengove. It's Trengove, who's just... This is the thing, isn't it, Tommy? This is what we've asked for. Their class players just starting to touch the ball once or twice, and it makes a hell of a difference.
They've lifted, and I think they're going to come. Of course, just to his right is not the Chardonnay crew, but the Shiraz crew of PAC. Red. They corrected me in there.
Wonder if they got a Farmer's Leap over there. One of our premium ones. So. One of our premium ones.
Is it a GSM that Farmer's Leap do?
No, we got straight Shiraz as our speciality.
That's what I had. I had one of those the other night. Very good stuff, mate.
Thanks for that, Tommy.
Trengover with a dog walking alongside him for good measure. From the pocket, it's a tough shot, but he's a good footballer. That is they celebrate, but the umpire's tapping his chest. So, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them remonstrating.
He was genuinely stunned by that call, Trengove.
So were the other 6, but the umpire's in great position.
And the ball didn't go over the post either, did it? So sometimes when it can go over the post, it can be deceiving for goal umpires. But he was sure. Good on him. Didn't go upstairs to the arc, Tommy. He just backed himself in.
Another thing I'm a huge fan of. Anyway, Wonky to Wonky. We've seen it before. Wonky just drops it under immense pressure, though, and he'll follow up with a tackle. Look at that tackle. Bone crunching. That one rattled his ancestors. The teeth nearly came out on that one. And we'll have a ball in right in front of us, just to the left of our broadcast position. Boundary umpire cracks a big smile.
Again, nothing fancy from Nick Wonky, but PAC just cannot take an intercept mark when that guy's in the area.
Bradley just skirts around the back cleverly. Michaelani goes straight up the chimney, I think they say these days, don't they? But about 4 metres. Good pressure again from Glenunga. That's off of a foot. Umpire right on the spot. We'll have a ball in. And player coming from the ground.
Might have an injury here.
Yeah, not looking real well, is he? That's Lachlan Charlton. Spent a great deal of time out with ankles and so forth this year. Hopefully it's not too much of a problem there. Neil gets a big punch there, but again at ground level, tip wrap head over the ball. They fight for it. It's locked in. No swarming this time. We'll have a ball up. And, mate, we haven't had any goals this quarter. It's just we're 6 minutes gone. And to say the next goal is crucial is as big an understatement as I could make.
Oh, yeah, agree with that. As they go the third man up, Prince Alfred Trengove, and they get the ball on the run. Bradley on his left side, again under great pressure from Michael Lanny. He's been impressive, and that goes out last touch. Tommy, great pressure again. Like I said, you think Prince Alfred are out, but they're onto him.
We expected this the first 10 minutes, high intensity from Prince Alfred as well. There's no easy kicks. A lot of people being pushed off balanced. It's very hard to get a clean kick. Mitchell, just drops it there. Neil swarm on it. Pitt getting it. Pitt, Trengrove, Curran. We're calling the names this quarter, but chopping in beautifully is your man, Tommy Michaelani.
He's putting his hand up to being the best 3 or 4 players on the ground. Michaelani at the moment. Very good intercept mark again. As they come out wide. McNamara, sorry it is. Yeah, he's been PAC's probably best today as he hoofs the ball to the top of the square.
That's huge.
Did that go
That
through,
is huge. That's an inside-out checky from 50.
I was calling that to go out of bounds on the full, and it just sort of check-sided back in. Did he mean that, Tommy?
I'm not sure he did. Is there a breeze? It doesn't look like it, but that's an amazing goal.
That is an amazing goal.
That goal coming on the back of some a lot more touches from Trengove, Bradley, of course McNamara, Pitt getting involved, and Neil the big ruckman. Their midfield fire, all of a sudden it reaps rewards, and they've gone back to what I call probably the big 3. No disrespect to Hayden Jolly, he's probably part of the big 4, but Trengrove, Pitt, Bradley in the middle. You couldn't ask for much more experience there.
Best part of Trengrove hasn't gone to a lot of centre bounces, has he? But he's inserted himself in there to start this third quarter, and so he should. He's got to go and get his hands on the footy. Great start for PAC. It was a real arm wrestle there, which they won. Can they get the next centre clearance?
Ball bobbles, ground level, pick up by Bradley, and they're out here. McNamara again, I think it is. He shakes, he bakes, he breaks. He kicks from 55, top of the square. Danger for Glenunga. Big mark! Razzle dazzle brazzle! And that is a pack mark, and they don't get much better than that. It's not... You know what I mean? That's a very, very strong contested mark.
Against Sam Wonke, he wouldn't have had a contested mark like that taken on him all year, Sam Wonke. Brazel's not the tallest guy going around either, is he? But that was a great clunk. Should not miss from here, Tommy.
And he doesn't. It's his first and their fourth. It's back-to-back goals for PAC for the first time today. And the complexion of this game has certainly changed a little bit. The midfielders of PAC get their hands on the ball. They get some open space. They're allowed to deliver. And all of a sudden, it's a very different ball game.
We expected this, though, didn't we? We expected Prince Alfred to go in at half-time. And it probably didn't even need a coach to tap him on the shoulder. If you're a proud player like Pitt, Trengove, Bradley, you know when you're down, you know when the opposition's up, and you know you need to lift. And that's precisely what they've done to start this half. And this is what we wanted, Tommy. Glenunga were rampaging in that first half. PAC couldn't get their game going. We know there's so much quality in this Reds team that they'll come back. It's a great contest now. Yeah,
Davis, Kennett and Schwartz in there for Glenunga are the ones that will try and curtail it. And it's Schwartz with the clearance. Very, very good footballer, Bo the Tip Rat Schwartz. Gets it long down to half forward. McMahon leads in the race to the ball. He's tackled. Umpire says holding the ball. That's hot. That's hotter than a kettle that's just boiled. Right, I'm running out of good metaphors, mate.
Keep them going. Prince Alfred are going to look to switch the football if they can maintain possession, but Glenunga again well set up, so they force the long ball down the line. Big pack up. Nick Wonke again, but that's what we were talking about. Front and square is Trengove, goes inside. Not sure who that is.
Sam Parsons. Very good mark in front.
Much needed. Davis hasn't got involved today. I think Parsons is doing a great job there. As he goes in short, finds Davis. And he'll just look to compose and slow here. Try and maintain possession, keep the ball away from Prince Alfred for a moment, if they can.
Footy looks like a toy in his hands. It's a big man, Davis.
Looks like an apple in his hand.
A baby's arm holding an apple. Famous quote from the 12th man. Nick Egar doing his job as well, playing a role very, very well today. Goes along to the wing, holding the ball above his head. Not sure who that was, but they get it to Davis. Inside-out kick to McMahon. He's so clever. Protects the ball drop. Kicks to the one-on-one. Wonke. Players holding each other, but ground level. What a crunch. What a absolute contest that was. Followed up by Schwartz. He's clever. Gets on his left. Looks for Boyan. And Boyan, did he find him?
There is a Prince Alfred player down from that initial collision, Tommy. Not sure who that is, but that was tough stuff, wasn't it?
Cameron Pritchard's the one that's down. Yep.
He's getting up. He's okay.
Bit of a
great contest.
Yeah, malfunction at the junction there. They came together at pace.
This is why Glenunga are a good team. You know, you could see Prince Alfred getting on top, but what you can do to stop a team getting a run on is win the next contest you're in, and that's exactly what Abe Davis inserted himself into the game twice. And Byun, he's a great pressure forward for Glenunga. Love it when the small forwards get a reward in the shot on goal. Can he put it through? It'll be a great settler after PAC come out snarling to start this third quarter. About a 40-metre kick. About 45-degree angle. What's he done?
Nice looking kick.
That's through.
That is his second. And Glenunga's eighth, is it? Yep. Just arresting the momentum that they'd gathered. And again, the assist goes to Bo Schwartz. We talked about who's going to stop it in the middle. Davis gets his hands on it a couple of times. Schwartz gets his hands on it a couple of times. And all of a sudden, they get the play going forward. And some creativity from the Tip Rat. And it's all she wrote. Yep. And they've just thrown Alex Harron. I think Schwartz has rotated off. Alex Harron goes into the middle now. So it's Harron, Kennett, Schwartz, and looks like Nick Wonke up against Jolly, Trengove, Pitt, and Neil. Ground level. Davis just tries to work his way through two tackles. Doesn't dispose of it correctly, but that's play on this time for some reason. It's okay. Kennett with a left foot kick just gets it going forward. Clever from Matchett. Release handball. Good football. Buoyant again. A purple patch for the young fella from the Double Blues. He's Glenunga around these days, and he's making hay when the sun shines. Look at this, Jackie Matchett, beautiful release handball. Boyan blind turns the one on the left foot, straight through the high diddle. That's going to help him get the chocolates. When Tommy Boyan kicks three, they win every single time.
What a response from Glenunga, Tommy. Yeah, they were genuinely under the pump, we knew, but that's what good teams do. They're not top of the ladder for any reason, and to stop opposition getting a run on, you've got to win contests, and that's all they've done. They've gone to the centre bounce and won. Like I said, Davis got himself involved, and Tommy Byun, who's really become a really good player in this competition, hasn't he? Unheralded, but he's starting to make a name for himself late in this season. 2 crucial goals for his team.
Yeah, she's hot in the kitchen at the moment.
Jaden Davis off for a breather. A little bit frustrated, Tommy, might be fair to say.
Yep. So, no, Umpire Andrew Crosby says, I'll have it. A bit of argy-bargy there. Oh, fancy Nick Wunke being involved. He's not the Messiah, he's just a very naughty boy. All right. Neil should win it. Doesn't. Kennett takes clean possession. Gives the handball to Davis. They use him a lot because he's effective. Just that strength to get it forward. And a beautiful mark there. Now this is Lincoln Bennett. Again, just outside his range, you'd suggest. Should have given it to Matchett then. Matchett can kick 65. He goes high, wide and handsome. Down to Wunke. Down to McMahon. Don't tell me. No, he hasn't. I thought he clunked that with the one hand, Adam.
Not quite next to the point post there. Ball still alive in a dangerous position. That's a throw or hold the ball, yeah.
I'll tell you what, the eagle eye of Adam Joffa-Jeffries, he didn't dispose correctly. You called it. A lot of the time they'll let it go when it's right in front of goal.
Yeah, that was the right call though, but Prince Alfred made the error. They had to get the ball over near the point post or rush it through. The ball stayed alive in a dangerous position, and I believe it's Wiseman, Fletcher Wiseman with the ball. I thought that was the right decision. I didn't think he disposed of it. The Prince Alfred players remonstrated. Great response from Glenunga here, Tommy. After Prince Alfred went bang, bang, they've gone and won the next contest. Another shot on goal to take the margin out to 35 points, would you believe?
The footy whiz kid. Goal kicking can be an issue for him. He's 30 metres out. Shouldn't have too many problems. It's close, it's near, but it's through. It's his first. And, of course, who could forget 2 years ago when he started the year with 1 goal, 12. He certainly fixed that part of his game and he becomes a very, very deadly asset. He kicks there 10th, I think it is. 10-5, plays 4-6, Adam Jeffries.
Yeah, like I said, Prince Alfred made the defensive error there. The ball was spoiled against McMahon on the point post and it wasn't rushed through or taken over the boundary line for a throw, and it was bumbled back into play into a dangerous position, and Glenunga's pressure's been elite, and I thought it was the right decision from the umpire. Goal. Alarm bells back ringing for Prince Alfred. Need the next centre clearance.
There's plenty happening off the ball as well. Don't worry about this game. This game's got it all. Everywhere you look, there's great. There's just no space. There's a bit of a merry-go-round as the people are trying to get the matchup they want, but Sam Parsons offering plenty of advice to Oscar Clark the whole time into him. Talk about a connected unit that's engaged for a game. It comes down and you can see straight away, one-on-ones everywhere. Lots of pressure, but a great mark by the PAC player. That might be the percolator. Haven't called his name enough today for my liking. Mitch Wicks, Mackenzie Slee, haven't called their names much. All these players, they could just all pick up a notch. It'll be a different ball game. He's a long way out. In front of the Glenunga locals there, they just lean into him and just offer him some advice. Probably something along the hair about his perm might be mentioned. The percolator from 50 metres out. 52 it is. It's a big kick. It's a high kick. This time the goal umpire says, Perky, that's an absolute beauty. His first, PAC's fifth. Game on. Back into 29 points. Adam Jeffries.
After it was a real arm wrestle in the second quarter, wasn't it? A lot of play between the arcs. Now it's going end-to-end. Score from stoppage, 3 goals each in this quarter and only 15 minutes of football. So it's been really entertaining stuff. That was a great set shot for goal. I thought he was going to go back and try the dummy kick to the top of the square, but he knew he had the distance and really only 1 or 2 steps on that set shot and slammed it through. So good response. All from the stoppage. It's coming from 3 goals, all from the score source of the stoppage for Prince Alfred in this quarter so far.
A fresh Darcy Mitchell to do battle with Jordan Neal. They're wearing him down. Again, just gets his palm to it. Davis. He's having some sort of day. Boyne gets the bad bounce, but follows up with a tackle. Wildman. Bang. Coach Grimes is just sharing his thoughts on that decision. Wildman gets the 1-2 here. Running down. Good football. Good looking football to a hot spot. Downfield. And that'll be another free kick. So that's got to be the person that's taken the mark. And that's going to be Oscar Clark, I think. And Oscar Clark, he played top up for the Crows last year.
Haven't called him a lot today, have we?
No.
Tommy. He plays as a bit of a half forward, centre half forward, leading player for Prince Alfred, but hasn't been able to get involved today. Would have taken the mark despite the downfield free kick. Shot for goal coming up, 35 metres out. And a guy that's played some SANFL footy should kick it from here.
And it's close, it's near, they like it. Goal umpire too, he likes hesitation, but that's his first and their 6 back-to-back goals for PAC. Last time this happened, Glenunga were able to arrest the momentum with some centre clearance work, and so that's To suggest this next set of clearance is crucial is an understatement.
One thing that surprised me, Tommy, is that Abe Davis would have had at least 6-7 centre-bounce clearances himself. They haven't really got a body into his drop zone, Prince Alfred. I think they're hoping that Neil will get his big long levers up. He's a left-handed ruckman, which can throw other ruckman off and would palm it down that area. If I'm a Prince Alfred player, I'm locking on to Davis at this centre bounce and not letting him get out. Be interesting to see what happens as Jaden Davis comes back on the ground.
Yeah, Bradley's near him. No, Pitt goes to him in the end. And again, he just gets the ball, but it's probably holding the ball, is it? No.
They didn't let him get away that time, Tommy, at least. So they were locked onto him. Previously, He's been able to get free and get that centre clearance. So better play from Prince Alfred there.
Yeah, it's Bradley that's going next to him now. No, it's Pitt. It's actually Pitt that's coming in late, and there's plenty going on between. You just see Pitt take a bit of a tumble there, courtesy of Mr. Davis.
That is the one advantage of a playing coach, isn't it, Tommy? Is Craig Pitt's
the
ability
to
go to Davis.
And he's pushing him. You can see, I'm probably a bit obsessed with the contest now, but he's pushed him off the ball there.
The smart play, though.
Yep, just done enough. Oh, buoying in again. It's like a little bird dog, like a ferret, like a hot knife through butter, the boy. He just gets there and makes an impact. Loving his game. Not bad for a 19-year-old.
Playing against a well-seasoned opposition as well, getting plenty of the football.
Yep. Kennett takes it clean out the ruck, left foot kick. And, nearly there. Might have been Jackie Matchett. Matchett the hatchet. Well, spills it. Prosser this way, that way. Took him to the candy shop, but didn't bite the lollipop and was smothered off the beat.
Good smother there by Curran, who hasn't been able to get involved offensively, but that was a great goal-saving smother by him then. Ball up at the top of the square. Wonky looking to get the free kick against Neil, and he's done it.
Oh, the tip rat. The tip rat. If anyone can get a free kick in the 50, it's the tip rat.
So, Tommy, let's just say this. Glenunga have identified that Neil can be a little bit undisciplined sometimes. He's not an experienced player. He's a very athletic player, but they are working the umpire over in that part of the ground, and Neil has taken the bait 3 times today, I think it is, and given away a shot on goal from 20 metres out. So I think it's smart play. I think the free kick was there, and Neil just has to get that out of his game. You can't be giving away free kicks in that part of the ground.
And as he leaves the ground, he might have been dragged. 3 players get into him. So they are playing a complete team game here. And it's the tip rat from 40 metres out. Normally a beautiful kick. This one makes the umpire work.
Missed.
And, yes, I did say normally.
Normally.
Yeah. Of course, he kicked the goal from 45 out against Broadview for an unbelievable win.
Yes, I called that. There was ice in his veins that day. It was a great set shot. But, yeah, dodged a bullet there, Prince Alfred. Can they go end-to-end, maintain possession of the ball? They go out wide. The ball's flipped over to the back to Perks. But Glenunga pressure again, force the ball out in front of the Shiraz crew. And I think we'll get a boundary throw in, Tommy. Just again, pressure. You think that Prince Alfred are out, and a lot of teams would let them get out on those occasions, but they're there, and that's why they've got the lead on the scoreboard. It's not the fancy stuff. It's pressure that creates turnover. Boundary throw in. Was it Trengove went third man up. Ball a long way away. Davis gets the handball to Harron. Those 2 guys have been great players. Great spoil over the top. Good dumping tackle, and we'll get another ball up at half forward for Glenunga.
Of course, no Phil Herden today. The stream team, just the 4 of us, myself and Joff. We've got Will producing and directing, and Tommy on the roof.
Doing a great job, those guys.
Yeah, the 4 of us. Hopefully enjoying the pictures as McNamara. It's a pretty good quality, I reckon. They do a good job, these boys. They make us look good as well. And this way, that way. Gets on his left, goes down the line. Should be Ollie Clark again. Oscar Clark, sorry. Ollie's not playing today. Takes a mark in front of his opponent. That might have been Abel. He looks confused. He's unsure. Call play on umpire. From 60. Goes to the hot spot. They've got big bodies. They've got Davis in front. Coming over the top was Wonky. At ground level, though. The percolator is smothered, tackled, and blocked, and just smashed. Rode him, and he's still down. He'll be all right. He'll get up. And,
might have just copped a little kick in the leg there as he was coming through. Sam Wonky again showing his spoiling prowess there, Tommy. That was real Inspector Gadget. 30-metre spoil. Cleared the area.
Yep. Shades of Dustin Fletcher.
Does look a bit like Fletcher, doesn't he?
Yeah. Scores 400-game superstar for Essendon. Those playing along at home. Quick kick again, another smother. Boyan, he's everywhere at the moment. But Curran, that's what he... I'm not sure why it was played on. Must have been touched. Mazzini. Very proper in the second, and that kick probably suggests he's not at 100%. I could be wrong.
He's got the old 2-handed ball drop, Mazzini, almost, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Might have to work on that at training.
Bit late now.
PAC
Here comes Davis. Oh, good mark, Mazzini. Well, for someone that's not moving all that well, it's a bloody good mark.
That's a bloody good intercept, mate. I agree.
With Abe Davis bearing down on you.
He does look a bit sore, though, doesn't he? But
yeah,
he's
he
soldiering
looks
on.
ginger. He looks... Yeah, looks a bit like Ron Weasley, just a bit ginger. One key goes bang, double fisted, but that's a throw, isn't it? No. Okay, and there it is. They want it in this man's hands. Dangerous kick, but he pulls it, changes lanes. Now they should be out, and Curran is the first link in the chain, I think. No, they got a bit wider to Charlton. Looks like Charlton. It is.
But slowed him down again, though, didn't they, Tommy? Didn't let him go out fast.
No, and that's why other teams aren't. They changed lanes again inside to Slee. So it's Wicks, pardon me. Tip rat, hands, Harron, you can hear his voice from here. That's the discipline. That's the captain. When the captain says, give me the ball, you give it to him because he's always going to use it well. And finds the whiz, Fletcher Wiseman on the wing.
He's going to go long, looking for Michael Wunke in the contest here. It's been worn closely. Almost took the mark. Closer. He was another skin on him. But good umpiring, let him play on. Last touch out of bounds, Tommy. I think Glenunga will get the kick here. Yep. And reload and go back inside 50. Yeah, they've let the forwards and defenders go at it. Bar one soft free kick we remember being paid, Tommy, but they've let the big guns wrestle in the marking contest, which I've enjoyed.
Yeah.
Harron goes inside 50. Great contest again, not allowing the intercept mark for Prince Alfred. There's a fumble. Pressure again. Bradley, though, clears the footy. Pressure on his kick as he goes back. They'll repeat and go back inside 50. Schwartz goes inside 50, looking for Davis, who's resting at full forward at the moment. Gets the ball, just obs in his arms all the time, gets the handball away. And what's he done? Missed. It's just a magnet, Davis, isn't he, for the ball? Tommy, he's resting at full forward. He's out of the marking contest, lobs in his hands, gets the handball out to a runner. Missed shot on goal.
Doesn't spend a lot of time on the bench, Davis.
No, that's smart coaching, mate.
They've just coughed it up there, have they? Spilt what they should have taken. They're under a lot of pressure. It's high, tense pressure, and it's causing fumbles. Bowie Schwartz felt the contact, and, well, everyone knew he'd been... he is... Yeah, that's not 25. It's
good umpiring there.
That wouldn't have broken the skin off a pudding. Went down a touch too easy. But...
just haven't been able to hit those targets out of the defensive 50 today, have they, Tommy, Prince Alfred?
And the pressure, the implied pressure, they haven't been clean taking the uncontested marks. A lot of the time they've dropped those marks. That's just shut the chain. And he's trapped on the bottom. That's always not where you want to be.
I thought the umpire was crouching there considering it. That would have been really hot.
Yes, crouching Crosby.
But Glenunga, we'd love to have to keep the stat one week. How many ball-ups inside their forward 50 they get, Glenunga? It just puts so much pressure on the other team as Abe Davis takes the ruck on this occasion.
How was that ruck craft, that reverse... Right, round the back, 6 o'clock, Tommy Boyne flying through.
He'll look to do it again here.
Just takes it out. He's a strong body, isn't he?
He's impossible
Round
match
level.
up there, isn't he?
Yeah, this is a turnover, quick turnover. Bennett gets it going forward, and a point. 10-6, plays 6-8. We've just gone 26 minutes of the third quarter. We've had 6 goals this quarter. So... it's been a pretty high standard, to be honest.
Big couple of minutes coming up here. Glenunga won't want to concede a real late goal. If Prince Alfred get it, it'll be game on in the last quarter.
And our buddy bet is alive, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The last quarter, Michael Wunke needs 1 goal to get Adam Jeffries the win. Curran. He's a beautiful user of the ball when he's got time. He hasn't had a lot of time today, though. And he finds PAC player. They go forward to Davis. That's Davis having to come all the way up.
Might be his first mark for the game, Tommy, I reckon.
I think so, yep. Goes along, nice looking kick. And they just spot it right in front of the playground there.
Done the homework, Glenunga, haven't they? They've shut down Curran at one end, they've shut down Jaden Davis at the other, not letting him get involved in the game. Because if Jaden Davis kicks 5 or 6, you know the ball movement is of high quality, and you know that if Curran's taking set marks, you're going to be hard to beat.
Yep. Quick play there. Is it Wildman getting on the end of it? But again, the pressure of Glenunga, very good. Just seeing it out, you see a swarm of them. 5 of them come there. They don't leave it to each other. They all work together. They all work very, very hard. So it's very much a team defence, isn't it? And you can see they've all pushed within, 45 metres of the ball. Mike Wunke is the deepest player on the back 50 just about. And there it is. That's why they see it out. 27.5 minutes gone. It's Glenunga 10-7 playing PAC 6-8. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back with some scores from around the grounds. And the exciting last quarter from Webb Oval. We're with Tommy Javor, Adam Jeffries and the stream team from Webb Oval. We'll be back after these sponsorship messages.
9 News, teaming up with the Adelaide Footy League. Tom Wren on the ground at your club for Thursday Night Live, strengthening communities through footy.
Crew, our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome, Jason Goods.
Thanks, Tony. Nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on or a message from the club, whether it be, like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner, a stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable. So basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support.
And welcome back here to Webb Oval. You can see the PAC huddle, and you can see the scoreboard. I think the scoreboard we are showing is 1 point off, according to the other scoreboard. So, but we can hear Nathan Gromer from our commentary box pleading, looking to ignite Glenunga one more time for one final thrust. Adam, how do you think the last quarter might play out?
Yeah, I think Glenunga are in control. Prince Alfred would have to have a 6 or 7 goal quarter to win this game. And to be honest with you, Tommy, with the way Glenunga structure up defensively and their on-ball pressure, I just can't see it happening. Prince Alfred are capable, though. They do have players that are capable of breaking free, hitting targets, getting some momentum. But every time you think Prince Alfred are going to get some momentum and kick, 3 goals on the trot, Glenunga just win the next contest. So this has been a super impressive display thus far. I know there's a quarter to go. Very even performance, very structured, very organised. Everyone playing their role. They know who should fly. They know who should stay on the ground. They know who should cover the fat side. They've done a job on Prince Alfred's playmakers as well, Tommy. I reckon they've done their homework. We've only called Curran. Not sure we've called him yet for an intercept mark, which is an amazing stat, really. A guy that would take, between 6, 8, 10 every week.
Yep.
Jaden Davis hasn't been able to get involved thus far. Brazel's had a couple of moments, but Sam Wonke's really been able to neutralise him. So they've been on top all over the ground, but it is, under 4 goals and under 4 goals against the PAC. The game's not over as yet.
Sanford is providing everything you could ever want. Every game is a goal or less. It's North by 3 points over Centrals, the Eagles by 1 point over Glenelg. Norda 10 points up above Westies. It's Sturt by 5 points over the Crows, and the Panthers and Port is a draw. It's finished. It's a draw.
There you go.
But this is the one that matters. Scores from out of grounds. What have we got?
Yeah, we've got some scores around the ground. Goodwood Saints 1 point down.
Yep.
Broadview 75 points up, Teacher Gully 54 points up, and Sacred Heart 27 points up at 3/4 time in this round 17, Tommy. We're here with the match of the round, though. We care about what's happening here.
This is the one, mate. This is the battle for top spot. Glenunga are 25 to 30 minutes away from securing top spot.
Shouldn't underestimate, Tommy. Top spot's super important in a top 5.
It means they'll play at home right here where they haven't lost all year. To do battle, it's Mitchell and Neil. Neil gets the tap. They need the first one. They get the first clearance through Bradley. Just quite. Wildman's gone forward, but he causes spillage. Michaelani goes back, gives it to Parsons. He's done his role as well back there. Goes long and high. Down to Wonke in front. That's a clunk. That's a great clunk by Nick Wonke. The Cockroach goes forward, and he looks forward and finds Tommy Bilby. Bilby spills it, though. Should have time for the pick-up. He does. He's tackled. Gets a release handball. At ground level, there's 3 or 4 in there. It's going to bobble out the back. It has. McNamara is first to it. He's set upon. And at the moment, it's a 4-goal game in favour of Glenunga. We've just lost the score and the time off the main screen, but we'll get that back for you. Don't worry about that. We've got it all here from the stream team van. There it is, right on cue. And Tully Kennett loved his game. He's had a lot of left-footed kicks. He's not a left footer. He just gets it on, gets it down. He claims it, does he? But no, he's tackled, and he gets it on Bilby again. He's a little ball. Buoyant flies. At ground level, Bilby goes low. Oh, and when I say goes low, he didn't do that on purpose. No. He slipped as he was taking possession.
That free kick's there, Tommy. It's unlucky.
Yeah, that's very different to the other one that I hate. Yep.
Yeah, Tommy Javor does not like the Luke Shuey drop. I've worked that out today, but that was not that one. That was he was sliding in low to get the ball slipped.
The drop and lift.
Unfortunate for PAC. They were a bit upset with the umpire, but the umpire has no choice but to pay that. It's the right call. But Bilby deserves it, Tommy, because he gets it and gets the football, doesn't he?
Yep. Hits it hard, attacks it, does it at pace. Goal kicking, probably not his strength. He's going to line up for about 45. Practice this at training plenty. He's a left footer. Ball drop looked a bit awkward, and it's just gone near side. Probably a bit early for handy points, but PAC are going to need 5 goals to win, and that's they've kicked 6 all day. It's not going to be the easiest thing to do against this team.
Be interesting to see if PAC just looked for a little bit more quicker ball movement. Your call earlier about Wildman going forwards, a little wild card, pardon the pun, for PAC. First pun for the day from me as they go up the line again. And again they intercept. Umpire's paid, what's he paid here, a push, which will go Glenunga's way. Again, they're just an impenetrable wall. PAC can't switch the football and they can't get it through going up the line. Not sure who is that.
Sammy Abel, mate.
Sammy Abel. He's been good today. He's been a really, not a player that's renowned for his intercepting potentially outside of his own club, but he's been really good today.
Yep. Thanks to my binoculars, so powerful they could see him changing his mind. Oh, in front. That's a great mark.
Is that Nick
What
Wonky?
a pack mark that is from the Roach. The cockroach. He's taken 3 or 4 really strong contested marks today.
He just floated in from the side, but I don't know if you saw on the camera, he wanted that ball. He eyes on the football and launched and said, I'm plucking this. Like I said, he's not a huge guy, is he? But he plays a really big role. He can mark the ball against guys bigger than him. Really good clunk. Not sure, is he as good a set shot as his brother?
No.
Throws the grass up Matthew Lloyd style. Deserves a goal, really, when you take a mark like that against quality opponents.
He's a decent set shot, but he's not Mike.
He's not Mike.
No.
Mike was
He
pretty
wants to
happy
be
with
like
that
Mike.
mark.
40 metres out, head over the ball, just pulls it, and great commentary work by Tommy Javor there. As each minute ticks closer, Glenunga got one hand on top spot. Of course, they win today. They'll be a game and a half clear on top. And a huge effort indeed. McMahon will fly, and he's stolen by Neil. Neil tries to get a kick on. Michaelani again just shrugs a couple, gets a little kick. Jolly's out. Handball, hot handball to Bradley, but he takes it on. And here they come with a run. Looks like it might be Clark, is it? No, it was Singleton. Singleton goes down, and looks like the Glenunga player might have been held. Yep, correct. Sammy Parsons will get the ball.
Your boy, Jaden Davis, a little bit frustrated there. I think Parsons has been very good. He hasn't a lot of possession, but he's kept the league's leading goal scorer to donuts thus far, Tommy.
Yep.
Long
Big
ball.
fly. Oh, that's a
Neil.
great mark by Neil. Gee, we've seen some really good marks today. 3 or 4 very good Mark of the Week contenders. Of course, you can get Goal and Mark of the Week on Adelaide Footy League Between the Posts every week. What a great show that is. And Davis, it's tailor-made for him. Wonky going back and coming over the top, Mazzini. Prosser. Young Stephen gets a bit of a mongrel kick, and sitting in the way there is the PAC player. Might be Charlton. Goes along, down the line. It's all Glenunga there, is it? No, they get it. They spill. Trengrove, this is danger. It's a quick soccer kick, gets it down. Oh, he's tackled immediately. That ball will be cleared right in front of us. Is it coming? No. Looked like Pitt might have almost marked that. And Wall won for his troubles. We'll have a ball up 70 metres around from the PAC goal.
Parsons again all over Davis on that quick entry. It looked like Davis was going to get it and perhaps U-turn and have a shot on goal, but Parsons all over him, wearing him like a glove, Tommy.
Yep. Neil gives away another free kick, does he?
No, he's won it.
There you go, mate. If you can explain that to me, we'll both know. They go along.
We love the ruck infringements, don't we? It's
what-
probably been
just
50-50, hasn't it? But
Humour
it's,
me, what could that have been for?
yeah, not sure. It looked like Neil leapt early, didn't it?
And landed on his, maybe shepherding the...
Potentially a shepherd, one of those awkward shepherding ones.
Isn't that called bodywork?
I think that's what you're trying to do, is protect the drop zone. It's not shepherding, it's bodywork.
Yeah, okay.
It's a dangerous throw-up, however, for Prince Alfred. They need a goal soon to keep this match alive. They'll get a repeat stoppage here.
Yep.
They'll try and build a wall and get a repeat entry if they can. Look for some of the guys, Trengrove, to get on the move and draw a free kick or get free. There's a lot of players around this congestion. Bradley gets onto it. He's going to have a snap, or is he going to go to the top of the square? Wonky misses the spoil. Brazel onto the loose ball. Gets free, actually, surprisingly, and kicks the goal.
Game on.
Yeah, that's a big goal. I'd say surprisingly, Glenunga haven't made too many defensive errors today, have they, Tommy? But both players slipped and fell over Brazel on that occasion. Right there, he should have been wrapped up and kicks a classy goal.
Fletcher Wiseman will be watching that one on review with David Pittman and Nathan Grimer, and they'll be giving him some feedback on that. That's wasn't ideal, but He's a good footballer, Tyson Brazel, and he's got 2 goals today. And is he going to be the one that changes this game?
Yeah, it was a big goal, wasn't it? If Nick Wonke kicks that set shot before, it's probably game over. But Prince Alfred get the next one. 20 points. You're never comfortable against Prince Alfred with their potency. As we go back to the centre. Big leap by Neil. He's up and about now. That's a fantastic tap to Trengove. They go inside 50, Prince Alfred. Great spoil again on Davis. And we'll get a ball up about 30 metres out from goal. That was, you don't see it too often. Everyone raves about ruck work, but the old tap down, but that was just clinical from Neil. Prince Alfred in a dangerous position. Abe Davis working hard, getting back in defence. Trengove trying to lift his team. Work rate there. 30 metres out again, a repeat stoppage. Tommy, big minute coming up here if Glenunga need to defend and defend well. Goes down. That man again, Abe Davis, just gets the clearance that they need, and they get a lucky bounce, and it's cleared, and it's up past the wing now. Michael Wonke, good handball, got his arms free. Glenunga look like they might be able to go inside 50 here. Was that Matchett? We haven't called him a lot today. He goes out wide. Bilby, we've called plenty of times. Risky kick, but he's going to hit a target. Last week's best on ground, Prosser. We haven't called a lot again.
He's got able, but he doesn't use it.
He's backing himself for the set shot here, is he, Tommy?
No, he'll go deep, 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 and they'll lock it in for 5 minutes if they can. They love this stuff. That will make. We'll expect Nathan Crimer to pop in 3, 2, 1, uncontested mark.
Was that Curran? Might have been Chris Curran's first real genuine intercept mark for the day. As they're going to try and switch the football. Come out to the commentary box side, but it's not a great kick. He's kicked it off his shin. Great intercept.
Able. Is he able? Is he semi-able with swinging? Not quite enough. That would have been potentially goal of the day. That's
a great intercept. Unlike Prince Alfred on that skill error to turn the ball over from that part of the ground, but it's still just game on, just hanging on Prince Alfred.
No worries. I'm just looking for a stoppage in play. I've got some scores from around the grounds, and I've got what might be the determination of some relegation, some finals. So it's all happening in Division 1, the Adelaide Footy League, as the ball goes long out wide. PAC with just a little bit of momentum at the moment, wouldn't you say, Adam?
Yeah, they're up and about. They just dodged a bullet on that last intercept. But they need to play perfect football from here. Again, Glenunga set up for the switch. Look how quickly they get over, so they can't run the ball out.
They've got one out over the top here, though, if he can get there. And he doesn't, and it will
just touched. Yep. Smart play. So, but again, Glenunga, Tommy, they don't let him exit the ball.
They work very hard. Teacher Gully thumping Brighton by 55. Broadview lead Old Iggy's by 78. They've had a big quarter. Shock over Spock by 27. Goodwood and Port District's goal for goal, 5 points of difference. If these results hold, Goodwood, it will be safe if Goodwood stay up. As well, we'll come back to that. Ball at ground level, and they're just starting to push through. Wiseman works back hard, fumbles, but takes possession. Release handball. Kennett loves his game. Davis, able. Long down the line. It's actually a high up and under. Boyle will need to compete, and he does. Umpire Cross gives away a free kick. Plays the push. So Brighton or Spock could be relegated. This is you. Teacher Gully win. Looks like they're playing finals. And Sacred Heart could leapfrog PAC here today, but let's get back to this one.
Turnover.
Up. Davis lifts the eyes. Does he? He does. Match it. Now, match it 60 metres out when he kicks it. No problem whatsoever. Post height.
Huge play there, Tommy. It looked like Prince Alfred. They got the lucky free. It looked like they were out, but a turnover. I'm not sure who the player was. Kicked it straight to Abe Davis, and great composer found Matchett on the way back in. That's one of those 12-point turnaround plays. If Prince Alfred go end-to-end there and score, she's game on.
He's 55 out here, mate. Sorry to jump in there, but he will not have trouble with the distance. And umpire says, get out. Okay.
I thought he was going to pay 25.
So did I. So Tom Michaelani on his own team. That's odd. Anyway, Matchett's first 10 metres of his run-up's gone, but he'll still kick from 53, 54. It's a high kick. It's ugly. It's wide. No problems with the distance, as I suggested, but it's right down in the bottom corner. It's a long way from the PAC goal, though, and they need 4 of them in the next 15 minutes.
Still plenty of time left, isn't there, Tommy? But like I said, Glenunga, they're so well organised, they're not going to allow a team to kick 5 goals in 10 minutes, you wouldn't think. But strange things can happen in football. They forced them up the line, and it's a turnover and a great intercept mark again.
Wiseman, that is.
Yeah, he's been good as well, hasn't he? We've called him plenty of times.
Just been told the next Stream Team game next week will be Sacred Heart and Glenunga at Sacred Heart. It'll be 1v2 again, which is fair enough.
It's a great lead into the finals for Glenunga, isn't it? They played a lot of tough games leading in, which is what you want. They don't want to play the cellar dwellers. They want to fine-tune things, work on structures, work on situational stuff. What do you do at a forward stoppage, back stoppage? What do you do late in quarters, which they've done really, really well.
Ball in here. Again, swarm of players around the ball. Somehow Mike Wakey gets a kick. It is smothered. Lincoln Bennett just takes possession, allows himself to be tackled, goes to ground. We'll have a ball up right where Glenunga won it, 25 metres from their goal, directly in front. Quick snap here can be dangerous, but you have got, PAC to their credit, have got Tommy Sumner playing the goalkeeper role here. So, Cros, just throw it up, Cros. Good boy. A lot of ruckman there. Tully Kennett, again, another left foot kick. It's like he forgot his right foot today. He's been good though. Tommy Boyne with a snap, and Tommy Sumner in position, as I mentioned. But good pressure going the other way from Jackie Matchett. They say White, it's front on contact. Why isn't that a free kick? The umpire says, just isn't, all right.
Play on, boys.
Yep, Aiden Jolly. He's going to have to go right to the flank, is he? Nice hit-up kick. Doesn't quite get it, though, Brazel. Glenunga with the numbers here, ground level. Comes out. PAC need to go. Trengrove, that's the way to get it. Get it into his hands, to Bradley. Running down the line, inside out. Puts it out on the full, onto a Lestrange terrace with a Lestrange kick. And it'll be a Glenunga ball.
Yeah, it's Nick Wunke. So he's the ruckman, or second backup ruckman, Nick Wunke, and he's putting pressure on a 200-game on baller there. That just shows what a versatile player he is and how committed Glenunga are to putting pressure on at the moment. As he goes long, just to the tip of 50. Can't take the mark. Dangerous ball at ground level. Hayden Jolly with the handball out. Pritchard with the kick, and it's gone out of bounds on the full or last touch. No, smothered. So again, pressure from Glenunga in front of the scoreboard, which sees them leading by 22 points.
Any problems with any of those award winners? If nothing strange happens in the next...
Nah, I think you're a good judge, Tommy.
I'm a good judge of a wife. Anyway, say that much. Hello, Katie. She listens every week. Poor girl. A lot of footy. But
I don't think my wife's tuned in, Tommy. She's rolling her eyes, waiting for me to get home.
Yeah. Okay, good crowd today as well. I'm going to give credit to the PAC supporters. A lot of them have travelled. It's not far to travel from Park 9, but all the way around there's groups collecting and plenty of banter, no doubt. Good one out. Davis with his fourth or fifth touch goes bang from a long way out. Don't tell me he couldn't, could he? No,
he
can't.
could, but he didn't on
but
that
he
occasion. Still just inside 4 goals, isn't it? Can PAC get a quick one with a quick kick out to Wicks? Haven't called his name a lot.
All right.
Smart play there by Prosser, just the professional free kick, just to slow him down.
He's done himself a mischief. Might have got him in the old north and south. Mouth.
He won't be able to smell the Sauvignon Blanc Wixie there after that little blow to the mush. Long kick comes up the line right in front of us here in the commentary box. Big fly, but the ball gets over the back, which the coach will hate. Hayden Jolly. Your call, Tommy, goes inside 50.
Brazel. Oh, Sammy Wunke.
Left-handed spoil there. That was sensational.
That was Brucey Dool-esque, and he gives a massive high five. I've not seen one like that before. That was ridiculous, that spoil. The timing had to be part fluke.
Still game on here as well. It looked like Brazel was in the box seat. He would have marked it 10-15 out from goal. Left-handed spoil from Sam Wunke, first class.
It's going to be hard to score 4 goals against Glenunga in the last 10 minutes. They need one right now. I need some momentum. Wunke will be in the best position. Trengrove takes the ruck, tackled immediately, and they should clear through Abel. It's not spinning like a grown-up, but never mind. And Boyan just whacks it out. There's no deliberate, so that's fine.
Smart play just to take the sting out of the game. Glenunga don't mind if it's slow, stoppage, out of bounds. Smart play there by Boyan, he's a young player, but just understanding the situation his team's in. Well done. Abe Davis having a rest. You can see the Glenunga players rounding up Curran, so we can't take the intercept from this stoppage. Look for Trengrove to get on the move. Neil's won a few taps this quarter. Big hit forward inside 50. But again, being warm like a glove, could have been hanging on. Great tackle on Pitt by Prosser, who hasn't done a lot with the ball today, but some of his defensive acts have been really good. And Craig Pitt, he's had a bit of a dirty day, Craig. He's capable of doing a bit more than what he's done today. Caught holding the ball, hot decision, but a great tackle by Prosser. Glenunga will look to go slow, slow, slow. They don't need any speed on this game at the moment. High ball right in front of the commentary box. Great spoil again on Curran by Wunke. Neil gets the handball out. Looking for Slee. Here we go. Inside 50. Abe Davis has a one-on-one. What's the umpire called?
Free kick against.
Not sure what happened there, Tommy. It looked like he was running free.
It's a free kick from the hole behind the play. So
Davis had taken the mark 20 out. But anyway, they give him another crack, Abe Davis. And it's bounced through for a point.
Yeah, it's an odd one. A player running into open goal, you pull it back for a free kick off the ball against that. Anyway.
If there was no break in play, probably could pay advantage. But Glenunga still just haven't slammed the door just shut, have they?
It's 4 goals now, though. They'll need to score 5 times, PAC. I think we're doing the old Channel 7 clutch at straws here. I think Glenunga have probably done enough today. They're just really well set up. There it is.
Especially if
Tully Kennett, open goal, bang! It's the Rams. They're going to finish top, and they are the team to beat in the Adelaide Footy League Division 1 League. Adam Jeffries.
Yeah, it was the game situation that forced that kick up the middle. Obviously, Prince Alfred, as you mentioned, Tommy, need to score 4 goals in about 10 minutes to win this game. So they took the risky ball up the corridor. But again, that doesn't happen by accident. Glenunga are in such great defensive positions. Their forwards cover 2v1s. They cover switches on that occasion. Not sure who it was. It was Kennett, was it, who just read the cue of the kicker, intercepted the ball and slammed it over onto the soccer pitch over the clubhouse. And to be honest with you, Tommy, it's been a well-deserved victory by Glenunga. They've been the better team today, bar a few minutes in the third quarter from Prince Alfred. They got on top, but they've dominated 75% of this game.
Yep, they've won the midfield battle, and so often that's the case. Win the midfield, win it at the source. You love this Tully Kennett again. He's had some sort of day. Actually gets to kick it with his right foot this time. I reckon he's had 25 today, though.
Yeah, he's been good, Kennett. Unheralded probably a little bit with some star players in around him, but he's been really good.
Have a look at those votes. Any disturbances with them? The best, clearly. Second best for mine. And I think he's been outstanding.
You know what, Tommy Javor? You're a pretty good judge.
Yeah, I like them.
Good judge of a wife and a good judge of a vote.
Footy vote. Well, the Roll the Dice Player of the Year is hotting up. It's getting exciting. This way, that away. Alex, Nathan Grimer says, dump it, Dilly. It's 2-on-1 against the big bear, Abe Davis, and someone's holding, and he's saying it's Davis. Not often that happens. And an awkward kick right in front of us. The bounce back to Alex Harron, the captain. He'll look up and find Davis, and he'll take his time. And if it wasn't over already, it is now.
Yeah, he won't want any speed on here. He might wait for a little tick lead for someone to come at him in the pocket.
Or he'll take a good minute to get it down right down what they call the line of goal. It'll be near the point post to make it as far from PAC's goal as possible, and they get a repeat stoppage. What you won't see is an uncontested PAC marker, and I assure you of that. Match it flies. It's a contested mark, okay?
That's a good mark from Curran. They needed that early in the game, though, didn't they, Tommy? He's been really quiet up until this last part, taking some intercept marks in junk time, really. So they've done a number on him, Glenunga. Hasn't been through a lack of effort from Curran. I think it's been good coaching and good setups from Glenunga that haven't allowed Curran, who in my opinion is one of the great players in the competition, as they again try and get through the corridor. But Glenunga's pressure forces the extra touch, but they do get it through finally to the fat side. Out they go. I think it's Singleton's out on his own on the forward flank. He's got time and space to deliver inside 50. Now he's going to run inside, take a set shot from 50. Intercept mark taken at the top of the square. Jaden Davis not happy, believing he was held off the ball. He's had a bit of a dirty day, Davis, hasn't he? It happens as a forward sometimes. It just doesn't bounce your way. He's had a great season. You're allowed to have one off game. But Glenunga again relieve and go out wide. And there's that guy, his name I think is Abe Davis, has taken another mark. I think that's Abe Davis, number 10.
There's another network who may know that call him Abania. Just go with the Abe, I think.
Is he happy with Abe?
Yeah, that's right. I've only ever called him. I thought his name was Abraham because I've never heard him called Abe.
When he's got the beard, he's got a bit of the Abraham Lincoln beard, but he's been a great player today.
Yeah. Oh, Jack Matchett, great mark. Not paid, fair enough.
Probably a bit unlucky there, Matchett. Great body work and was probably being held in that contest as well.
The Goodwood game's an interesting one with Port District. Port District not much to play for. Goodwood trying to play to save their season. And they will avoid relegation if they do win. It's close. And every game in the sample, my goodness me.
Have you got the score from Goodwood Port Districts? Because that's a huge game for Port. 5
points up last I heard for Goodwood. So they go. Davis this time. Does he? No. Spills. This way, that way. It's just the pressure. Tom Michelani all day. Follows up with a tackle. Quick kick out of play. The Percolator gets a consolation goal for PAC. That's his second. hasn't necessarily been his day, but he's had a couple of good moments to kick too. As we look at the replay there, comes out, quick hands, Percolator gets smothered. Key thing is he follows up his play, gets it from Trengove and puts it through.
Yeah, good follow-up play there by the Percolator, as you call him. But still a 4-goal margin. Going to be a little bit too far, I think, for Prince Alfred. Like I said, it's very difficult against Glenunga to kick multiple goals on end because they're so well structured. As we look to get some scores around the ground, Tommy, very interested in. We're talking about the other grounds. Obviously, we've got the match of the round, but don't underestimate relegation in Division 1 is huge, Tommy.
Yep.
No one wants St. Peter's and Goodwood on that nice edge. Neither team wants to get relegated. I can promise you that.
At this stage, if Goodwood do hang on, St. Peter's go to Division 2 next year with Old Iggies.
They'd love to have that round 7 game back where they got the pen and paper wrong, wouldn't they? St. Peter's lost the 2 points, and that's potentially going to cost them.
Interestingly enough, PAC got the... it was Goodwood themselves who got it wrong in the B grade against Glenunga, cost them a game, and that's going to help Glenunga make finals for the first time in all seriousness. I think it's well over a decade. Yeah.
Why is that, Tommy? They've just getting more depth through the club now, Glenunga. We can see their A grade are firing.
The juniors have obviously grown, and two players have come together. It's the Percolator and Mazzini, and
he's very sore, Perks.
I reckon he got one in the old comic cuts.
He might just need a minute.
It might be Yambag City. I reckon he's got one in the old Jats Cracker Factory. Yeah, he's walking along. There you go. He's checking the counting suggests both elements are still there.
Good on him though. Brushed the trainer away. Said, "I just need 30 seconds." We've all been in that position, haven't we, Tommy? Not fun. Everyone else laughs.
Funny for everyone else. He actually had a lump in his throat and it was one of his nuts. So that's a rough 23-minute mark of the final quarter, and you get your nuts crushed. That's not like that. But anyway, it's DeSera from the impossible angle. And they should rush it through, and they do. And that's a really good 25-point lead now for Glenunga. They are they are home, 24-minute mark, final quarter.
Jolly comes out looking for Brazel's come all the way out from full forward. Smart play, I think that was Sam Wunke. There's no deliberate in the Adelaide Footy League. So just knocks that out of bounds. Obviously, Glenunga with their position they're in, they do not want any fast play. They don't want any speed on the game. Let's get a boundary throw in. Let's set our defence. For another ball in. Neil and Mitchell obviously go at it again. Handball out. Harron over the ball. Lots of numbers around the ball. Great setup from Glenunga again. Just keeping it in tight and tough.
So just apologies for all post-game. There won't be interviews. There'll just be photos of the players. So we will, as soon as this game is concluded, we will be heading straight down to just get some photos of the players as Boyan will centre the ball. Wunke in position, is it? Your bet's dead, mate.
Yeah,
Bloody
we
bet.
haven't. It's Siren's imminent, and Mike's just got the 2 goals.
So very quickly, we'll just give a quick update. Boyan was the leading goal scorer with 3. Mike Wunke 2. Singles to DeSera, Kennett, Abe Davis, Jack Matchett, Fletcher Wiseman. Whilst 3 sets of doubles on the other side. Pertz, McNamara, Brazel and Charlton with 1 as the ball's just bobbing around. And it'll get forced back in for forward 50. Downfield, is it? It is downfield. It'll be a free kick to Glenunga. This will be one of the last plays of the game. They'll take up plenty of time.
Is this for 3 goals though, Tommy?
No, this is Nick Wunke.
This is Michael.
Oh, you can't win it like that.
Well,
that's BS. Free kick down the ground. Oh, right in front of me.
Yeah, so my
this
buddy
is
bet
for the
was,
buddy bet.
I
Bet
thought,
with mates, gamble responsibly. But I'm going to go and bet angry if I lose this.
I thought Mike was capable of kicking 3 today. He hasn't had to do a lot, but what his presence does is it takes the...
Is that the siren?
Yeah.
It's a kick after siren for the buddy bet. Well, I never. So from Tommy Javor and Adam Jeffries, we are going to take straight off. I'm going to spit the chew if he kicks this, but he probably will. Goal umpire barely moves a muscle. Oh, he's missed it. Javor wins buddy bet. More importantly, Glenunga are 26-point winners. It is 81 plays 55. They have done everything they needed to do and more. Congratulations, minor premiers Glenunga, and they'll be very hard to stop. Final words, Adam Jeffries.
Yeah, it's just well deserved for Glenunga. They dominated that match. Even the scoreboard potentially flattered Prince Alfred a little bit. I thought that Glenunga controlled the game from start to finish. Prince Alfred got a little bit of a run on in the third quarter. They were able to kick 4 goals in that third quarter. But yeah, Glenunga are super impressive. Didn't take all their chances in front of goal today, but 26 scoring shots to 15. They had a lot more inside 50s in the first 3 quarters. It evened up late. But yeah, Glenunga, well done, and don't underestimate. There's no guarantees in football, but finishing top in a 5-team finals campaign is Glenunga are looking at grand final this year, Tommy.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll leave you with the pictures, but from Tommy Javor and Adam Jeffries, we're back next week with Sacred Heart and Glenunga. Thanks for listening.